carbs, 95 calories, and brewed with crisp, refreshing flavor. That's not just light beer, it's light beer with game, and it's brewed by the oldest brewery in America. Bottom line, if you care about performance and taste, Flight by Yuengling brings both. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hey, this is John Williams. When you take your grandkids on a vacation, do they know what's in your investment portfolio? Do they even care? They're busy having a great time, and you're busy making memories. At Alpha Wealth Group, Tom Fortino understands the nuts and bolts of retirement planning are investments, the stock market, taxes, your Social Security, Medicare, and much more. But think about it. What are you really trying to do here? Is your goal to beat the S&P, or is your goal to make more memories with your family? At the Alpha Wealth Group, their goal is to give you the confidence to spend in retirement without the fear of running out of money. Call Tom Fortino and the team at the Alpha Wealth Group to learn more today. 630-864-6711. 630-864-6711. Or schedule a no-obligation consultation by visiting alphawealthgroup.com. alphawealthgroup.com.
Advisory services through Retirement Wealth Advisors, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Alpha Wealth, licensed in Illinois.
The holidays are here. The air is cold and bright. Where the dickens will I get a tree to make my house look right? It's time to decorate with lights for all to see. It's the time of year to spread good cheer with friends and family.
Oh, Santa here. There's a magical place called Tree Time in Lake Barrington with the most ginormous holiday selection of artificial Christmas trees, lights, wreaths, and unique decorations. Oh, the quality and perfection. 200 styles of trees that look like the real thing. At factory direct prices, they'll make your holiday ring. The Tree Time Black Friday sale is on now. Save big on your holiday decorations and meet with Tree Time top designers who will help with your Christmas creations. Visit Tree Time on Pepper Road in Lake Barrington and you'll see Tree Time is everything Christmas for your holiday decorations and trees.
So go to treetime.com. Everything Christmas, treetime.com.
Back here on the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show on 720 WGN. Blackhawks Sabers coming up at the top of the hour, starting in about 10 minutes. At each home game at the United Center this season, we will be saluting a veteran, which is sponsored by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, a proud veteran-owned business serving Chicagoland since 2007. Let's head over to KeyBank Center and bring in Steve Conroy, who's going to have the call coming up in 10 minutes with John Weideman. Steve, how was the travel to Buffalo? Did we get in okay? What was the ETA on the hotel getting to bed last night?
Great question. I think I glanced at my watch, my phone, just as I walked in my room. It was 2 a.m., but I honestly didn't fall asleep till about 3:30 a.m. It's just, sometimes after a game, you're kind of wound up a little bit. And I was watching some highlights on the NHL Network, and I think it was 3:30 a.m. Eastern, which would be 2:30 your time, when I fell asleep. So I'm sure a lot of the other guys, on the team were kind of in the same boat, anywhere between, 2:30, 3:30. That's when they went to sleep. Yeah,
and you lose an hour or two going to the Eastern time zone, so I'm sure that didn't help. We all know what happened last night. It was a really tough third period. Things unraveled for the Blackhawks. When you're playing in the second of a back-to-back, is it nice that they can kind of just get right back at it after an emotional loss like that?
Yeah, you want to put that one behind you because, we talked about it in the postgame last night, Charlie. They were 20 minutes away from, being 6-0-1 in their last 7 games, which would be one of the best runs the Blackhawks have had in 5, 6, 7 years. So, they have themselves to blame, but they can kind of turn the page on it, as you just mentioned, by having a real strong performance here tonight against the Buffalo Sabres team who, although they're last in the Eastern Conference, they've got some weapons. And Tage Thompson, I think, probably the top of the list. I mean, there's no better – well, there are some better shooters, but, I mean, he brings size. At times he reminds me of a Mario Lemieux. He's 6'6", 225 pounds. Maybe not the same skill level, but probably a better shot than Mario had. And he's a lot of fun to watch. And he's playing with Alex Tuck. And, I mean, that's obviously their number one line. And throw in Josh Doan, Shane Doan's son, who they got from Arizona. And that's a packed top line. And, Tage Thompson, I believe he's got 4 goals in his last 4 games. So he is red hot. Blackhawks will have to watch out for him. And it is easy, though, to get into it. I love playing in back-to-back games, especially the first period, because you're ready, maybe the other team isn't, and you can maybe get a lead. And the Blackhawks have done a really good job this year of scoring that first goal. And although they've scored the first goal, last night against Seattle, it didn't work out in their favor. It's a huge advantage to any team to score that first goal and just get a little bit of momentum that way.
I am half distracted because I hear Shania Twain on in the background, and it's taking me back to my child. Is she actually?
No, she's
I was
not.
like, wow, she's performing in the pregame in Buffalo. Wow, unbelievable.
No, they've got a cover band here, and it's a female lead singer, and they're doing a really good job. So I'm glad you can hear it.
Wow, I legit thought it was just airing on the the speakers. I didn't realize that was actually a cover band.
She's good, and the Goo Goo Dolls, right? Goo Goo Dolls are from Buffalo, and of course they play a lot of Goo Goo Dolls at the Key Bank Center. They've done a couple of Goo Goo Dolls songs, and even though she's a female singer, she sounds just like them. She's really, really good.
Wow, interesting. All right, let's put a bow on yesterday. The whole unfolding of the Connor Bedard, the no call, the unsportsmanlike. After you heard Connor Bedard's post-game comments, how he took ownership of needing to manage his emotions better, but then also hearing Jeff Blashill, kind of coming to the defense of Connor and saying that it must have been it better have been really, really sensitive on what Connor said to the officials. So how did you just kind of frame that after hearing the post-game comments from Bedard and Jeff?
Well, I think you're absolutely right on both points. I mean, Connor Bedard owned it, and I think he realized that probably wasn't the time and place, and he'll learn from that. And then, he realized the coach had his back, and he said that it had to be really, really, really personal. I think there was 3 or 4 reallys in there, which kind of underscored the fact that not often you drop an F-bomb and you get, a 2-minute minor. And I don't know if we talked about this last night. I know I talked to Darren Payne. We sat on the plane together, and I brought up the fact that what if you just called a 10-minute misconduct there, and then the Blackhawks aren't shorthanded. Connor doesn't get to play the rest of the game or the overtime, but at least he doesn't put the team shorthanded. Of course, that's how Seattle ended up winning the game with a power play goal late. So there was a number of options, but I think to get back to your question, I think that Connor's going to learn from it. It's going to make him a better leader, a better player for it. And I think he realizes, you know what, I'm not going to be able to change the ref's mind, especially during the play. Even after the play's over, you're not going to be able to change the ref's mind if he's calling a penalty or he didn't call a penalty, which he did not do. But what he might be able to do is, he realizes he owes you one. And, you kind of have that bit of a favor in your back pocket hanging over the ref's head.
Steve, I wonder if it's a learning lesson for that official too. So I looked him up. His name is Justin Kia. He's 31 years old, and he's only been an official for 3 years in the NHL, has officiated 142 regular season games. So I'm wondering if that's one of those situations where he's also a young ref and he maybe has to recognize the situation where just let the player kind of lay into you, and then maybe at the next whistle you go up to him and say, hey, this is a stern warning. Don't ever do that again. And so I wonder if it's a learning lesson, not just for Connor, but also that young official too.
Absolutely. We talked about it last night. Hockey's a game of mistakes, and not just for the players, for the coaches and for the on-ice officials. And it happens so fast. Guys are going to make mistakes. It's funny. I played against his dad, Justin Kia. The name might be familiar to some old hockey fans out there. Ed Kia was his dad. Ed Kia played a number of years for the Atlanta Flames and the St. Louis Blues, and he suffered a very serious head injury late in his career, playing in the minors for St. Louis. I believe it was in Salt Lake City. And he never really recovered from that. And in fact, ended up dying in a pool accident. And Justin was just 5 years of age. This happened back, I think it was in 1999. Justin was born in 94. So he hasn't had the easiest of upbringings. He played minor hockey and then, semi-professional. And now he's a referee. He's going to learn from this experience, obviously. And, I wouldn't be surprised. And I haven't asked Jeff. I talked to Jeff just briefly about, would it have been better if you just give him a 10-minute misconduct? He totally agreed. But I haven't talked to him about the fact that, sometimes you can, ask to talk to league officials outside of the game and just say, hey, listen, what were you thinking? What did you see? And this is what we saw. And I don't know if they've done that, but I'm sure when Justin Kia, and he was the referee last night, looks back on it, he's going to learn from that incident.
Steve, great stuff. Have a great call with John.
All right, thanks, Charlie.
All right, that's going to do it for the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show. John Weideman and Steve Conroy have the call coming up next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Happen OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks. The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Whether it's a plumbing emergency or just a simple repair like a clogged toilet, Plumbers 911 is your source for the best licensed plumbers. Every plumber has background checks, insurance, and 10,000 hours of training. When you call 1-833-PLUM-911, you'll be connected with one of Chicagoland's most trusted contractors, like PDM Plumbing in Joliet. Wherever you are, a Plumbers 911 contractor is always close by. Call 1-833-PLUM-911. Plumbers 911, where they do it right the first time.
Sometimes I'll send a box of Omaha steaks to my sisters, and when I do, I get that big, "Oh my God, you didn't have to," but they love it so much. I think I enjoy it as much as they do. Of course, I get them for me too. I'm John Williams, and it's time to start thinking about gift giving. Those USDA certified steaks, juicy burgers, convenient comfort foods, and more are all 50% off during the Omaha Steaks Sizzle All the Way sale. That's 50% off site-wide. Take another $35 off with the promo code King John. And let's be clear, it's not just the great price and wide variety, it's the quality. How is it that their chicken breasts are so good and their fan favorite filet mignons have achieved the distinction of USDA certified very tender? That's John Williams certified very nice. Remember, orders placed by 5 p.m. ship the same day. Save big on gourmet and holiday favorites with omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. Save $35 more with the promo code King John. Terms apply. See the site for details. omahasteaks.com, promo code King John.
Take back your weekend and let Floor Coverings International bring the showroom to you. Their design associates arrive with a mobile flooring showroom packed with over 3,000 flooring options. Carpet, luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, laminate, and tile. See your favorites in your own lighting and decor, saving you time and stress. Special holiday promotions and 0% financing available. Terms and conditions may apply. Visit floorcoveringsinternational.com today. Floor Coverings International, the stars of flooring.
The Lutheran Hour began in 1930. It's the world's longest running Christian outreach radio program. Tune in Sunday mornings at 6:30 right here on WGN.
100 years.
This is just fantastic.
One city.
Chicago!
One team.
Go Blackhawks!
The kids.
Mazer on a breakaway down the slot. Shoots, he scores! With a shot, he scores! Where did he score?
They can play.
Yes, they can.
An original Six tradition that rattles the rafters with Chicago pride.
Where you from? Chicago.
Chicago.
From the anthem to the final horn. It's time for Chicago Blackhawks hockey. With the call of the game, here's John Weideman and Steve Conroy.
The Chicago Blackhawks hit the ice here in upstate New York tonight, looking for a road win and a chance to take back the 2 points they gave away last night at the United Center. Their opponent, the Buffalo Sabres, might occupy the Eastern Conference cellar, but they don't play like it on home ice. A full 60-minute effort is what each Hawk player should demand of themselves and their teammates tonight in order to reestablish a winning way in the second game of their first back-to-back set on the season. Hi again, everyone. John Weideman along with Steve Conroy. We are here at the Key Bank Center in Buffalo, New York. Happy to have all of you along. Charlie Renelli-Otis is standing by in Blackhawk Central. We want to welcome you into our broadcast this evening. the Blackhawks and the Buffalo Sabres. Steve, this is the second game of a back-to-back. Some teams play well, some teams don't. It remains to be seen how the Blackhawks are going to react to what happened last night.
Well, I think they're in great shape, first and foremost. Jeff Blashill, head coach of the Blackhawks, ran a really intense, really physical training camp, and these guys show it, and that's why they're, typically the third periods are really good. I think they're going to be fine in this back-to-back. They got it in a half-decent time last night. They didn't have to skate this morning. As a player, I love playing in the second game of a back-to-back because you got into it right away.
All right, well, let's get to who's going to deliver tonight, sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning. Electric heat pumps for a better environment inside and out. Visit getacomfyhome.com. I'm going with Tyler Bertuzzi. A goal and an assist last night. He's been playing well. We'll talk about his numbers in the last 10 games or so as the broadcast evolves. But right now, I got to get to Steve because he's going to give us the keys to the game. Sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. What do you got, Steve?
Well, first off, for the Blackhawks, get back to your winning ways. The Blackhawks just 20 short minutes away from being 6-0-1 in the last 7 games. They let it slip. They faltered just a little bit. Get back on the horse and get back to those winning ways, which is solid defense, great goaltending, and excellent special teams. Secondly, it's a Tage Thompson alert, and we're talking about the fantastic centerman for the Buffalo Sabres. 4 goals in his last 4 games. He's big, he's strong, he's got an excellent shot. It's not a great line, too. Alex Tuck and Josh Doan are the 2 wingers. Yeah. They're a big line, too, so watch them in front of the net. And then finally, beware a sharp Sabre penalty kill. And I heard in your interview with head coach Jeff Blashill, you talked about the penalty kill for the Sabres. It's killing at almost 90%, just shy of 90%, but they've also scored 3 shorthanded goals. So the Blackhawks certainly have to be aware of that.
All right, Steve, who are you banking on quickly? Sponsored by Marquette Bank. Love where you bank, celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking.
Going off the board, Sam Lafferty played with these Buffalo Sabres last year, had 4 goals, 3 assists. I love the goal he scored against New Jersey just 3 games ago. So Sam Lafferty's my guy.
All right. Well, the stage has been set. The teams have lined up on their respective blue lines. We'll have hockey between the Buffalo Sabres and the Blackhawks. First time this season, first of 2 meetings in just a few moments. But right now we're going to send it down to ice level. We're going to pick up our anthem singer here tonight. So Hawks fans, I know you're driving around. It's a Friday night. Hope you sit here and enjoy our game here tonight. We're happy to bring it to you. Let's join our anthem singer down below.
Junior ROTC. And now the singing of O Canada and the Star Spangled Banner, performed tonight by Cammie Clooney.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, what a beautiful voice and a nice job with both anthems, O Canada and our Star-Spangled Banner. Here in Buffalo, they're next to the border, as you know, Steve, so both countries are represented as far as the anthems are concerned.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
It
A lot
really
of Canadians here at the game, actually,
Sure.
tonight.
A lot of Canadians who can't get tickets with the Toronto Maple Leafs, right?
Because they're priced out, yeah.
So they come here. All right, let's get to the starting lineups. In goal for the Buffalo Sabres, his name is Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, and he's been tough on the Blackhawks. Another tough goaltender on the Blackhawks. 4-0-0 in his career with one shutout. At defense for Buffalo are Matthias Samuelsson and Rasmus Dahlin. Up front from left to right, Josh Stone starts at left wing, centering the Sabres' opening line, Tage Thompson. Starting at the right wing, Alex Tuck. For the Blackhawks, Arvid Soderblom takes the net. 0-2-1 in his career against Buffalo. At defense for the Hawks, Wyatt Kaiser and Artem Levshunov. Up front from left to right, Ryan Green at left wing. Connor Bedard centers the opening line. Tyler Bertuzzi on the right side. The referees tonight are Furman South and Peter McDougall. Handling the lines are Johnny Murray and David Brisebois. We're underway in Buffalo. Sabres control the puck, and now they give it up in the Hawk zone. Ryan Green with a pass up the right wing to center ice. Connor Bedard enters the Sabres zone. Drop pass high slot to Levshunov. Back to Bedard, right circle. Sends it in on goal, and a stick save is made. Levshunov at the left point now. Send it in front of the Sabre net. Slides all the way through to the far boards. And Vlasic pinching for the right point. Grabs the puck, fires it in behind the Sabre net. This banks up the near side. Tyler Bertuzzi will slap it back in behind the Sabre net, and it ends up along the far sideboards. And then Bertuzzi took it away from Tuck, and he caught a stick in the face. He's down on the ice. I don't think either official caught this, Steve. And Bertuzzi looks like he's going to head to the Hawks bench for some possible repair.
Yeah, he might be bleeding, and the referee is actually skating right next to him. So, this is a situation where if the linesman saw it, they can, confer with the referee, and a penalty could be called. And right now I see the linesman talking to the referee, but he is not skating to the penalty box. So we play on 5-on-5.
Well, the draw's just going to come outside the Sabre blue line to center ice in front of the Buffalo bench. And winningest coach in Buffalo Sabres history, Lindy Ruff, a former Buffalo Sabre. I think you played against Lindy a time or two in your career.
Did, yeah. Lindy, believe it or not, was a defenseman in junior hockey, became a forward when he came into the NHL. I think Scotty Bowman moved him up front.
Swift Current Broncos, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of players came out of that junior organization back in the day. Here's a shot for the right point. Hawk zone by Connor Timmins. Blocked now. Colton Dock's got a breakaway into the Sabre zone. Down the slot. Shoots, and a pad save made by Luukkonen. And the Sabres clear their end. Ryan McLeod shot the puck to the Hawk blue line, intended for Jason Zucker, but Dock was back to take the puck away and then create an offside situation for the Sabres. So early on, Steve, we're seeing some pretty good jump out of the Hawks.
Yeah, we are. A really good save by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen on Colton Dock, who, as you mentioned, kind of a partial breakaway. And I like the fact that he took the shot. He got a real good shot on the lower left pad of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And right now the Blackhawks just, you mentioned they jump to their step. Really good job in transition. They're forcing turnovers, but they're getting pucks going the other way in a hurry.
Off the draw, the puck is shot down the boards by Jacob Bryson into the Hawk zone, the Providence College product, and now the Hawks come back up ice into the Sabre end. Frank Nazar drops the puck in the left wing quarter. Teuvo Teravainen firing a shot through the crease and wide. In behind the net now, Nazar to the puck. Slaps it away, but the Sabres' Owen Power got to the puck, and he'll hand it ahead. Here's a race to the puck into the Hawk zone, won by Alex Vlasic. Vlasic takes the puck and put it in behind the Hawk net. Sam Renzel on the near side of the rink will stick the puck to center ice. Peyton Krebs of the Sabres flips it back into the Hawk zone, and again Renzel took it back. Got it to Nazar over the Sabre line, left wing side. Nazar along the left half boards, shoved off the puck by Krebs, and here come the Sabres the other way. Then Nazar took it back at center ice in front of the penalty boxes at the end of his shift. He'll just wave the puck in on Luukkonen, who stuck it away with the stick. Samuelsson with the puck along the left side boards, whips it across to Ulf Dahlin, the first pick in the 2018 draft. He'll pass up the right wing, Beck Mallenstein at center ice. former Washington Capital, dumps the puck down the boards deep into the Hawk zone, rides around to the far side, and Samuelson firing from near the left wing corner through the Hawk crease and wide. Here's Landon Slager, jostled off the puck out near the blue line. Puck rolls down in behind the Hawk net. Wyatt Kaiser pokes it away to Levshinoff, hit by Malenstein. He's the leading hitter for the Buffalo Sabres. Puck comes free beside the net, and Kaiser's got it there. Passing out to Landon Slaggert at center ice at the end of his shift. He'll just dump the puck lazily off the right boards and in behind the Sabre net. Sabres get it back. And Dahlin tried to clear the puck, taken away by Vlasic and the Hawks. To the right wing boards, Vlasic. A nice shake and bake move on Thompson. Put the puck in behind the Sabre net. Bertuzzi went to get it, and Thompson took it away. And a penalty's going to be called here to the Hawks now as Ryan Green gets control of the puck and the whistle blows. Tripping will be the call. Sabres go to the power play. 16:51 left in the first here in Buffalo. No score.
Yeah, Connor Bedard, the guilty party. He went palms up, but it looked like we're 300 feet away. Let's listen to the call.
89, 2-minute minor for tripping.
Said 89, but he meant 98. You should know that by now.
Hey, I'm just going to say, I can suggest to that referee down there, just kindly suggest, I know a great optometrist, DuPage County's finest, Mr. Jim Kelly, Dr. Jim Kelly, good friend of mine.
Well, there you go.
I get those unsolicited free plugs in for Doc every chance I get.
Yeah, why not? Hey, listen, we talked about Buffalo's penalty kill. The Blackhawks penalty kill has been pretty darn good, too. Top 10 in the NHL. So let's see what they can do here.
Inside the Hawk zone in the far corner, Connor Murphy works the puck free up the boards, and Nazar's there to poke at the length of the ice. And now 1:48 left on the Sabre power play from behind the Buffalo net. Dahlin picks up the puck and races out to center ice and over the Hawk line. He drops it off to Quinn in the right circle. He'll hand it off, and a shot from Thompson from a high slot. It's gobbled up by Arvid Soderblom down with a butterfly save, and he holds on. Nice setup there from Jack Quinn of the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, and good to see Arvid Soderblom. That's his second save of this hockey game. Remember his last game, he ended up getting the win against the Calgary Flames. In fact, he's won his last two games in Calgary and against the Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah.
And the Detroit Red Wings maybe his best game of his career with the Blackhawks. 45 saves on 46 shots.
Draw one by the Hawks. Connor Murphy from behind the net shot a puck off the right side glass, and a good play by Jack Quinn out near the left point, jumping straight up into the air at the blue line and gloving that puck over his head. But it was back at center ice where he did it, and he put the puck back into the Hawk zone, and that means offside. So they'll face it off at center ice. Ryan Green and Tage Thompson on the draw. Puck spills back into the Hawk zone, but the Sabres get it back. Here's into the Hawk zone is Quinn. Put it into the high slot. Dahlin fires, and that goes wide. Thompson along the left boards, out to Dahlin left point. Put it top in the near circle. Ostlund for the Sabres. Here now the youngster, Ostlund, put it out to the line. Dahlin there. He dropped it in the far circle, taken away now by Vlasic. Sends it to center ice for Ilya Mikheyev. Picked off by Dahlin, however. Head to Ostlund into the Hawk zone. The puck taken away by Vlasic, and he'll fire it all the way down.
Really like Alex Vlasic's game the last, let's say, month or so. Just really good anticipation, and that was a perfect example. Just reading where that pass was going, getting it down the ice.
Now Dahlin weaving down the left wing side into the Hawk end, snapped off a shot, and it deflects up into the protective netting.
Well, John, tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Flight by Yingling. Crisp, refreshing, and only 95 calories. Flight, the next generation of light beer.
I mentioned him a little while ago, Noah Ostlund. He was a first-round pick of the Sabres who came over from the Vegas Golden Knights in the Jack Eichel trade as a conditional first-round draft pick. Playing in the NHL along with Peyton Krebs. Now here's a shot from the high slot by Owen Power. That deflects wide. Sabres on the power play now for the next 35. Inside the Hawk zone, Alex Tuck took the puck away. Moves it over to Josh Doan, the son of Shane. To Tuck, bottom of the left circle. Fires one in on goal. Stick save made. Power got it back at the line. Put it into the right wing circle. That's taken there by Ryan McLeod. Back to Power right point. He'll walk the blue line. Put it over in the left wing circle. And then get it back at the line again. Put it down to the left wing corner to Doan. A pass to the slot. That's to Bowen Byram, who kicks the puck to his stick and fires. Turned out of there by Soderblom. But the Sabres hold the zone. McLeod, top of the right circle. Guns it in on goal. Soderblom was down to block it. Kaiser collects the loose puck behind the net. Strokes it off the right side glass to center ice as Connor Bedard is out of the box. And the Hawks are back to full strength. But Byram takes a pass down the right wing Hawk zone. Stops in the circle. Matt Grzelcyk is able to poke check it out to center ice. There's a race to the puck at the Sabre line. Connor Timmins got it there for the Sabres. And he sends it out to center ice. The Hawks' Ryan Green took it away.
Some good stops. Sorry, John. Good stops by Arvis Soderblom on the penalty kill. A couple, I think that 3 by my count, but a real good job by Wyatt Kaiser picking up a loose puck on the rebound.
Now Ryan Green in the high slot tried to fire a pass over the right wing circle. This is picked off by the Sabres' Peyton Krebs. Back the other way into the Hawk zone on the left wing, and he'll spin it down behind the net. That Grizzly takes a slight bump, put the puck over to Sam Renzel. He then misses on a pass ahead for Connor Bedard, and this will go down. Icing is the call. No score with 14:03 left in period number 1. By the way, the Hawks did return to full strength, and that's sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics on a relentless pursuit of better medicine.
I mentioned the Chicago Blackhawks, top 10 currently in both categories of power play, where they sit 9th, and penalty kill, where they're sitting at 7th, just around 84%. And you can see why in that last kill. Real good job, obviously, with their goaltender being the most important penalty killer, but excellent job in the faceoff dot, some good clears by the D-men, and another solid kill by the Blackhawks.
Ostlund facing off with Bedard. Sabres get it. Dahlin pumps one in for the left point, and a pad save made by Soderblom. Then a pass from Grizzly to Bedard doesn't connect, and it goes all the way down. And again, we get icing against the Hawks.
And all Blackhawks wins this season are sponsored by Circus Sports Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com.
So it's going to be awesome out there. Matthias Samuelsson, by the way, leads the Sabres in goal scoring with 4. You would think that would be Dahlin that would have that distinction. Dahlin leads the defensive contingent in points, 113 for 14. But Matthias Samuelsson is the guy lighting the lamp on the defense.
Yeah, how about Owen Power, too? Not as good a year as he had last year. Just 2 goals this year so far. 2 goals, 5 assists.
Now hustling play by the Sabres. Tyson Kozak beside the Hawk net tried to grab a puck and fire it on goal. It was taken away and cleared down by Renzel, and the teams are making line changes. Dahlin, Sabres zone, passing up the right wing. Ostlund at center ice. He'll stick it down the boards deep into the Hawk zone. Puck circles in at the far corner to Colton Dock. He flips it back in behind to the near corner to Kaiser. Bank pass up the left wing off of Ilya Mikheyev stick, front of the penalty boxes, but he got the puck back. Sent it ahead for Colton Dock into the Sabres zone. That's off his stick, and the Sabres take the puck back. Inside the Sabres zone along the left side. Dahlin passing over to Samuelsson. Ahead to Tage Thompson. In over the Hawk line down the right wing. Thompson behind the net for the pass up the slot. This misses everybody and deflects to center ice. And Byron back to get it. Now head to Thompson into the Hawk zone. Kaiser stepping up, poke checked it away. Tuck took the puck back, then he lost it. And now Colton Dock trying to muscle it over the blue line and did, and the Hawks get possession. And Ryan Donato will snap the puck from center ice right down in on goal. Luukkonen stops it there with the pads. Teams make line changes. Timmins passing to McLeod through center over the Hawk blue line. McLeod to the left wing boards. Being bear hugged off the puck there by Louis Crevier, who uses his long stick and reach to poke check the puck to center ice.
Yeah, he's gotten really good at that, poking pucks off of sticks and then using the free hand just to shove the guy because he's got such great leverage, such a big body that he can break up a lot of plays that way.
Now the Sabres get it back at center. And it's spun down ice into the Hawk zone. Power crosses the slot with a puck and fires in and out of the glove of Soderblom. Loose puck to the inboards. Ryan McLeod there. To Power along the left boards. Fires the puck, blocked in front. Penalty coming up here. And let's see who this is going to be to the Sabres. Oliver Moore will carry the puck out of the center ice circle. Dodges a check in over the Sabre line. Tried to make a drop pass. Picked off by the Sabres. Bryson, the whistle blows. And the Hawks will have a Citco power play when we return. With 11:51 left in the first here in Buffalo. Hawks and Sabres, no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hi, this is Dave Muzio, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. When emergencies happen, who do you call? Broken pipe, power outage, furnace failure, no hot water? The answer is always the same. Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day service and installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. That's why over 30,000 customers have given us a 5-star Google review.
For all the right reasons, call 866 4 Seasons.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, it's Frank Nazar. Let's go. More Blackhawks hockey coming your way.
Hey, Chicago, the wait is over. Our iconic black alternate jerseys are returning to the ice and are back on sale for the greatest fans in hockey. Whether you're gearing up for game night, repping the past legends who wore it, or just adding to the collection, this is one you don't want to miss. Jerseys are available now in the Blackhawks team store or online at cbhshop.com.
And it'd be a good idea to act quickly because the demand for those is going to be high, folks. And around the holidays, it'll make a nice gift. So we'll just throw a little hint out there for you. Hawks in their first Citco power play of the game. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citco. Download the app now to start saving. Face-off inside the Sabres zone. Circle to the left of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Sabres control. Puck cleared to the line, but kept in by Levshunov momentarily. And he went point to point with a pass to the left point intended for Teravainen, but the puck bled over the blue line, and the Hawks are now back in their end. Bedard picking up the puck between the circles, will skate it to center ice. And he dumps it. Look out. This got up into the crowd in a hurry. Oh, boy. Whistle stops play. Hope everybody's okay over there. That one deflected. Kind of, you could see what he's trying to do there, Steve. He's trying to fire it down the glass.
Yeah.
Hope it tumbles in behind the net.
And you try and put it high on the glass so the goalie can't come out and stop it behind the net. And that was an issue that the Blackhawks had last night with Seattle and Joey Decord. Joey Decord probably came out 20, 25 times to stop pucks and to play pucks. And that's, something you want to do, especially when the goaltender can handle a puck. Keep it away from him.
Connor Timmins got hold of the puck in the Sabre zone, and the Sabre D-man will fire it all the way down. Timmins, of course, played several games for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Here's Levshunov dropping the puck off to Bedard. To Teravainen to center ice. Back to Bedard over the Sabre line. Stopping at the right point. Behind the back pass. Levshunov deep slot. Now to the left wing half boards. Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi to the corner. Fed the slot. Teravainen. He should have shot the puck. Instead, he opts to pass. He gets all tied up and goes down. And now Alex Tuch will clear the puck off the boards and down.
Yeah, when you're in that bumper spot, typically you don't have that kind of room. And I think Teravainen just trying to make an extra play. You don't want to do that. You just want to get shots on net, especially when you got bodies hanging around.
52 seconds on the power play. Bedard in over the Sabre line down the right wing. Sent it across to Bertuzzi left point. He leaves it there for Nazar. Nazar fans on a pass. Got it back. Levshunov high slot. To Bedard right circle. Put it down beside the net. Bertuzzi flipped it up the slot to the line. Levshunov. To Bedard, top of the right circle with a toe drag and a shot that goes over the net around the glass. Kept in at the left point by Levshunov to Nazar. The Teravainen top of the left circle. Drops it back for Levshunov. Had trouble with the pass. It ends up at center. Hawks get it back. And now they attack again. Bertuzzi into the Sabre zone near the left point. Had a little trouble there. Had a stick to contend with. Lost the puck to center ice. Got it back to Bedard over the Sabre line. Bedard at the left point now. Turning away from traffic. Holding the puck. Cruising through the high slot. Let it go. And it hit Nazar in front. Puck bounces into the air in front of the net. And a fortunate bounce there for the Sabres, and now the play has been blown dead by one of the officials for the puck being knocked out of the air with a high stick.
Yeah, and I don't think the Blackhawks got an official shot on that power play. That shot by Connor Bedard, as you mentioned, I think it went off the back of Frank Nazar, and you can see why the Buffalo Sabres have the top-ranked penalty kill in the entire NHL, currently at 90%, and good call by the referee, too, because that was a high stick on the puck. St. Louis, I make that St. Louis. It's the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah,
touched it right away.
They do kind of look like St. Louis, right?
Same color scheme, yeah. And now we have a draw off to the left of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
And we're going to get a timeout as well. 9:50 left in period number 1 here in Buffalo. Hawks and Sabres, no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, it's Frank Nazar. Puck drops here, WGN Radio, home of the Chicago Blackhawks.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we understand it's not just our next-door neighbors who inspire us every day. It's our neighbors across the country, across all communities. And while Blue Cross has been your one local and trusted healthcare partner for nearly 90 years, It's our wide scope of products, services, and technologies that allows us to have a deeper understanding for everyone, everywhere, empowering whole person health with compassion and innovation, one member at a time. It's that unique Blue Cross service and commitment through all stages of life that connects us hand in hand, ensuring you always have access to the highest quality, affordable healthcare with that personal touch, always finding new ways to deliver on our oldest promise, to keep you at the center of everything we do. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Chicago hockey fans love a good power play. And when it comes to selling your house, you want a team you can trust.
That's why Jeff Buys Your House is your winning play. No repairs, no commissions, and you pick the closing date.
That's like skating on a clean sheet of ice, fast and smooth.
We're a local, veteran-owned company that's been helping Chicagoland homeowners since 2007.
Make the smart move and go for the win. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com for your no-obligation offer today.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Well, the Blackhawks are kicking off the Madhouse chapter this Sunday, November 23rd. Make sure to join us at the United Center as we take on the Colorado Avalanche in a Central Division showdown. And that's not all. The first 8,000 fans will receive an exclusive Dennis Savard bobblehead presented by Ticketmaster. Puck drops at 6 p.m. Secure your spot now at blackhawks.com/tickets.
Here in Buffalo, no score, Hawks and Sabres. Glad to have you along. Steve Conroy along with me, John Whiteman. And we want to encourage anybody listening out there that might be in their car driving home, wherever you might be, the Edens Expressway, the Kennedy, the Eisenhower, or the Reagan, wherever you might be, please exercise caution and please enjoy our broadcast. We'll get you to wherever you're going. Inside the Hawk zone, Vlasic to the puck along the far board. Spins it behind the net to Crevier. Put a pass out through center ice. Ryan Donato will go and get it down in the Sabre zone in the right wing corner. Tried to squeeze through a check from Samuelson. Could not, but put the puck behind the net. Left corner to Doc. Out to Vlasic, left point to Crevier, right point. Fires it off the inboards. Puck ricochets out. Donato had it momentarily, then was checked. Loose puck in the left wing corner. Samuelson and the Hawks. Colton, Doc battle. As do Dahlin and Donato. Puck comes free to Thompson, and he caught the blade of the stick of Doc and went down. No penalty called. Crevier at the right point takes the puck back. Put it down behind the net. Doc in the left wing corner. Snaps it back in behind around. Crevier tries to get to it along the right boards and does in front of Alex Tuck. Leaving it there for Mikheyev. Put the puck to the corner. Fumbled away by Dahlin. Donato's got it in the right wing corner. Cross-check down to the ice there by Dahlin. No penalty called. Sabres get the puck back, and Alex Tuck will skate it to center ice. And then he'll take the puck and go for a skate back into the Sabre zone. Drop the puck to Owen Power between the circles. Out to Alex Tuck. Now to Power along the right boards in the Sabre zone. Then a pass up the right wing to center ice off Oslin's stick into the right wing corner. Hawk in. Murphy got to the puck for the Hawks. Shot it around, not out. Now Matt Grisick will chase the puck down in the near corner and put it up the left wing at center ice to Sam Lafferty, the former Sabre and Toronto Maple Leaf and former Hawk and now current Hawk. Had the puck, had a stick lifted, puck taken away by the Sabres. And Jacob Bryson dumping it down the boards into the Hawk zone. Noah Oslin dodges a hit from Murphy. Stuck it around out to the line. Power, a long shot from there, and it's gobbled up by Arvid Soderblom with a butterfly save. He'll hold on. You know, the old Arvid Soderblom, Steve, he would have let that traffic develop in front of him. He wouldn't have been aggressive on the save, and that might have gone in the net. This Arvid Soderblom, he's aggressive. He goes out to the top of his crease, and he battles for the puck. It's great to see.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching him play. And sometimes you do have to battle to track the puck, to find the puck. The other opposition's trying to make your life miserable. They're trying to take away your eyes, and he's a big enough guy. He's listed at 6'3". He looks taller than that. Only 180 pounds, very athletic. But the key on that save, too, no rebound. He kept it up into his body.
Absolutely. Now Byram fires from the right point. That deflects wide. Puck taken back by the Sabres again. Timmins from the top of the left circle fires. That hit a teammate on the way through. Ends up to the end boards. Sabres get it back and then give it back. Jack Quinn lost the puck to the Hawks. Oliver Moore, who gains the Sabre blue line and dumps the puck down behind the net. Ryan McLeod will stick it up the near side. Taken away by Kaiser left point, but he lost it down between the circles to Power. He'll advance it on the left wing to McLeod into the Hawk zone. Knocked off stride by the Hawk Sam Rinzel. And now Kaiser takes control behind the net. And a pass up the right wing. Teravainen to Sam Rinzel, center ice. Strokes it down the left wing glass and in behind the Sabre net. Hawks in the completion of a line change. Sabres get the puck back. Back the other way, Peyton Krebs into the Hawk zone on the right wing. Will dump the puck down in behind the net. And now Ryan Green will skewer it away to Bedard along the right boards. He put a pass that was picked off by Jordan Greenway from the high slot. He fires, and a scrambling save made by Soderblom. Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
No, it's tougher than it looked. That went off the leg, I think, of a Blackhawk player. The turnover by the Blackhawks, a shot on net, and redirected. He made the stop.
Rasmus Dahlin into the Hawk zone to Peyton Krebs, top of the right circle, guns it in on goal. Turned out of there by Soderblom, and left it off will clear to center ice. Bedard's got it on the left wing side. Floats it diagonally into the right wing corner Sabre zone. Matthias Samuelsson on the scene there to get it. Put a pass up the left wing to Krebs. He'll hand it off to Josh Doan, breaking into the Hawk zone. The Arizona State product to the left wing boards. Put a pass into the high slot power, then over, and a shot from Tuck from the left circle. Hit the crossbar and goes out. Loose puck at the line. Bryson will dump the puck to the left wing corner. Hawk in. Doan got it there. To Thompson back in the net. A backhanded wraparound attempt was stopped. Thompson with the puck again. Bottom of the left circle. Put it in front for Doan. A point blank shot. He scores. On his second attempt, Josh Doan took the puck off the left pad of Soderblom. Arvid was down and left the top of the net open, and Doan didn't miss. It's 1-0 in favor of Buffalo.
It just seemed like a matter of time. That was a dominant shift by that number one line. And you mentioned it, Tage Thompson taking it to the hoop earlier really hard. Prior to that, Alex Tuck put one off the crossbar, absolutely ringed one off the crossbar. And it's finally Josh Doan. So 3 separate shots, 3 separate puck retrievals, and then Doan not only getting the shot on net, picking up his own rebound. Really not a lot that goaltender Soderblom could do because he made the first stop, couldn't make the second. Doan all alone, and he gives Buffalo the 1-0 lead.
So the son of Shane, Josh Doan. Momentarily, I'll tell you good folks, that's his 6th goal on the season. We get a whistle for an offside call at the Hawk blue line, that by the Sabres. 5:57 left in period number 1 here in Buffalo. It's now the Sabres 1 and the Hawks no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Getting health insurance that fits your budget isn't easy.
At Get Covered Illinois, we are here to help.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
A place where health insurers compete for your business. A website where you can compare multiple health plans and pricing in one place.
And where you can connect to financial help and free in-person assistance.
Because you deserve insurance. GetCoveredIllinois.gov. We're here to help.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Bricks of Hope, a Chicago nonprofit, brings joy to hospitalized kids with the simple gift of Lego. For sick kids, the Lego kit isn't just a toy. It's a burst of imagination, a creative distraction, a reminder that someone cares. Since launching in December 2021, Bricks of Hope has delivered over 25,000 new Lego sets to sick kids here in Chicago. Help build hope in sick kids this holiday with the simple gift of Lego. Donate at bricksofhope.org.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Andre Burakovsky. Game on. It's time for Blackhawks hockey.
Who's Hot, Who's Cold is sponsored by Plumbers 911 Chicago, where they do it right the first time. And who's hot? How about the Chicago Blackhawks' Tyler Bertuzzi? In his last 5 games, he has scored 7 goals. Coach Blashill loves the way he plays, especially the way he owns the boards. Who's cold? How about Owen Power from the Buffalo Sabres, the former number 1 overall pick? Just 1 assist in his last 5 games. He's also a -5 in that time.
Yeah.
First overall pick from the 2021 draft. He had 40 points last year. He's on pace for about 25 so far this year.
University of Michigan product. There was a number of first-round draft picks in that group that he played with. And it's possible that kid could use a change of scenery or maybe just some good luck.
Good point.
Back inside the Sabre zone. Connor Timmins back in the net. Takes a bump. Lost the puck. It's centered out in front by Bedard, picked off by the Sabres. Ostlund will race up the left wing to center ice in front of the benches and dump the puck into the left wing corner in the Hawk zone. Wyatt Kaiser then takes a bump behind the net from Josh Dunn. Puck taken back by the Sabres. Ostlund behind the net again. Put it out to the line, left point. And Samuelsson dumping it down behind the net in the near corner. Taken away by the Sabres' third-line center, Isaac Rosen, who fed a pass up the high slot. Nobody was there. The puck goes all the way down, and the Hawks will now get a line change.
A little concerning, John, for the Blackhawks. Just 2 shots so far. We're 15 minutes into this first period, and they played okay, but they just have to start directing some more pucks towards Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Here's Oliver Moore taking a pass, tried to get out of the Hawk zone, could not. Jack Quinn took the puck away, put it out in front, and a shot, they score. This is Jason Zucker. A point-blank shot, 10 feet out in front of the net. And it's now 2-0 in favor of the Sabres.
Jason Zucker had missed the previous 8 games. He was out with an illness. He was bedridden for 10 days. And, boy, he looked pretty good there. I like the move by Jack Quinn, the former first-round draft pick of the Buffalo Sabres. He draws 2 white jerseys to him, and that's a mistake. Rinzel's got him. All of a sudden, the centerman tries to come out and help him, and as a result, that left Zucker wide open. Perfectly placed shot, too, just off the inside of the post, and just like that, the Sabres have a 2-0 lead.
The goal at 15-19 of period number 1. 2-0 in favor of the Sabres as we return to the play in the Hawk zone. Jordan Greenway trying to get to the puck behind the Hawk net. Levshunov fights him off. Greenway then steals the puck and then had it knocked away by Grzelcyk. And now Greenway gets his stick up on Levshunov. This should be a penalty against Buffalo. Or it might be actually against the Blackhawks. Let's see.
Levshunov came up with his stick to protect himself. Greenway skated right into it. They're checking Greenway right now to see if he's cut or not. If he is, it could be a double minor. There's no blood. It'll be, I believe, a cross-checking penalty to Levshunov. We'll wait for the official call.
High sticking is the call. Penalty at 15:40. Either way, they were battling behind the net. That's something like that is bound to happen. You lose your balance, Steve. I mean, I know I don't have to tell you. You lose your balance, and you're trying to regain your balance, and you're trying to control your stick at the same time. That's pretty challenging.
It can be, but, in that situation, Levshunov, he's got 2 hands on his stick. You can't bring it up over your shoulders, and that's exactly where it was, and Greenway took the brunt of it on his chin.
Sabres on their second power play. Tage Thompson through center ice and in over the Hawk blue line down the left wing side. Ran right into a check from Connor Murphy and off the puck. Taken away in the left wing corner by Zucker. Spins it behind the Hawk net up the near side. Ryan Green pulls it free, but not out of the zone. Then Dahlin from the right point coughed up the puck. Vlasic will send Mikheyev away over the Sabre line on the right wing. Mikheyev along the right boards made a back pass intended for Nazar, but taken away by Thompson instead. He's into the Hawk zone from the high slot, unloads a shot that deflects wide. Zucker put it back into the right wing corner. Ostlund to Quinn, top of the right circle. To Dahlin at the line, tried to dish it to the corner, picked off by Louis Crevier. He'll skate with the puck up the right wing to center ice and clear it down. 1 minute left on the Sabre power play. 3:20 left in period number 1. It's 2-0 Sabres. Dahlin gains center ice, hands it back to a racing Ryan McLeod through center ice. He played with the Edmonton Oilers in the 2024 Stanley Cup Final against Florida. He had the puck knocked off his stick to center ice. Dahlin back to get it, Sabre line. Ahead to McLeod, now to Bowen Byram over the Hawk line left wing side. Drops it at the left point to Power. To the top of the right circle, Doan. He sent a shot over the net off a deflection. Nazar to the loose puck along the right boards will clear it down. And now 26 seconds remain on the Sabre power play. Owen Power carrying out to center ice. Sends it on the right wing, Doan over the Hawk line to Alex Tuck, right point. Sent it down toward the corner, slapped away by Murphy, but not out. Tuck took it back in the right half point. Now Tuck, top of the right circle. Sent it in front of the net. Redirection by Bauer, and they score. Power play goal, and the Sabres lead 3-0. The goal at 17:33 of period number 1.
No way Bowen Byram should be that wide open, the defenseman. I know it's a power play, but he jumps down from the blue line. It's a seam pass through the penalty-killing box, and nobody's aware of him. The Blackhawks really collapsed to one side. Connor Murphy went over to help out his defense partner, and that was Alex Vlasic. That left the left side of the net open, and that's where Bowen Byram, just an easy redirection for him. Not a lot that Arvid Soderblom could do on the play. That's 14 shots now for the Buffalo Sabres and a 3-0 lead.
Well, Byram from Tuck. Sabres now 1 for 2 on their power play. Have a nice, comfortable 3-0 lead here on home ice.
One thing about being aggressive on the penalty kill, John, it's great if you come up with a puck. If you're aggressive and you don't come up with a puck, you're out of position. And that, the Blackhawks guilty of just overloading one side, and Bowen Byram wide open on the left side of the net.
Green at center ice, dumps the puck down into the Sabre zone of the left wing corner, then got it back on the half boards, leaving it there. Connor Bedard carries to the high slot, put it to the left point. Grizzly, he'll fire. Stick save made by Luukkonen. Bedard put it out to the right point, and a shot there from Rinzel. Stop, rebound, score! It's Tyler Bertuzzi at the top of the crease. Took the rebound off the pads of Luukkonen and backhanded it over his left shoulder. And the Blackhawks get one back and trail 3-1 with 1:48 left in the frame.
And with that goal, it's time to break out the Bandito, celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila. And boy, we've seen this a number of times over the last 3 weeks. Tyler Bertuzzi just so good at tracking pucks, sensing where they are. He just back to the play, spun around. It's right on his stick. He settles it. He puts it on his backhand. That's just great net front presence. Samuelson, the defenseman, a big body, trying to jostle him out of position, but Bertuzzi fought for his space, fought for the puck, and boy, the red-hot Blackhawk continues his torrid pace. That's 8 goals now in the last 6 games.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. For Tyler Bertuzzi, that's goal number 11 on the season. The goal at 18-12 of period number 1. So long way to go, and the Hawks are making that climb back. It's no fun chasing the score, and the Hawks have had some experience at that. So hopefully they'll be able to catch the Sabres here and make a game of it. Back inside the Hawks zone behind the net. Crevier firing the puck around but not out. McLeod intercepts. McLeod in the left wing corner now. Dropped it back. It's picked off by Sam Lafferty. He'll clear ahead to center ice to Ryan Donato, who snaps the puck down into the Sabre zone, tries to go and get it against the inboards, and does from Bryson. Here's Donato behind the net now. Skewers it away to the left wing boards. Vlasic there, firing. Pad save made by Luukkonen down in the butterfly position. Sabres back the other way. Zucker to center ice with 1 minute left in the period, dumping the puck down the left boards, in behind the Hawk net and up the near side to Teravainen. He'll pass it to Murphy at center ice in front of the Sabre bench. He dumps the puck slowly to the right wing corner, and this will tumble behind the Sabre net. Power tried to clear it out. Good hustling play by the Hawks to take it away, and then the puck is taken back by Josh Doan. Then he lost the puck at the Hawk line. Nazar will pass ahead Teravainen into the Sabre zone. Top of the left circle. Bothered, lost the puck to the corner. Power spins it behind his net to the far corner. Byram moving the puck up the left wing. Thompson, he'll shoot it ahead for Alex Tuck. This deflects in behind the Hawk net. Connor Murphy back to get it. Down to 20 seconds left in the frame. Grizzly at center ice. Chopped it ahead. Here's Colton Dock into the Sabre zone. Drop past Donato. Fires off the shoulder of Luukkonen. 10 seconds left in the frame. At the left point, Grizzly's got the puck. Holding on to it. He'll flip it into the slot. That hit Donato's stick and bounces back to center ice. And Oslin for the Sabres got to the puck at the Hawk blue line. Unloads it down the boards. And you hear the horn in the background. Well, it was a good period for the Buffalo Sabres. 3 goals on 14 shots. The Hawks managed 5 shots on goal and got 1 goal. 3-1 is where it stands after 20 minutes. So not the start they were looking for after last night's loss on home ice, Steve, but a long way to go in this hockey game.
Well, an important goal, too, by your guy, your pick to click, basically. Sure, Tyler Bertuzzi. He scores a big goal because, honestly, at the time the shots were 14-2 in favor of the Sabres. As you mentioned, they're winning 3-0. They were running away with this. They needed that goal, that turn of momentum. And after the goal, Blackhawks with a couple of good shifts down deep in in Buffalo zone. So, they're still down by 2, but a little bit of pushback there at the end of that first period.
Now, we're not in Canada, folks, but we're about as close as you can get to Canada without actually being in Canada. And so that means, and they serve Tim Hortons coffee here. So I'm going down to get a cup of Tim Hortons. Steve, can I get you one?
Yeah.
Maybe a double-double?
Give me a decaf.
A decaf?
I'm caffeinated out right now. Yeah, give me a decaf.
All right. And we're going to send it back to the station. Charlie Romeliotis is standing by in Blackhawk Central. Is going to have a full intermission report. And then back here to Buffalo for second period action. Hawks climbing back into this one ever so slowly, but hopefully surely. 3-1 Buffalo after one. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hearing I had cancer was devastating. Learning vital organs would be temporarily removed to reach it had me speechless. I'm Jessica. When I found out I had a tumor stretching from my heart to my hip, the first thing I thought of was my family. Then my cancer, cardiology, and transplant team at Northwestern Medicine came up with a plan to save my life.
Nationally ranked for cancer by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Memorial Hospital was one of the only hospitals in the nation with the collective expertise to perform Jessica's 10-hour surgery. After temporarily removing her liver and kidney to reach the tumor, they replaced the damaged vein and removed the additional cancer that had grown into her heart.
My team stopped at nothing so that I'm able to be here with my family.
Because what makes us better makes you better. Northwestern Medicine. Learn more at nm.org/better.
The 34th Annual Wintrust Magnificent Mile Lights Festival returns Saturday, November 22nd. Celebrate the magic of the holiday season with delicious samples of Lifeway Kefir and a day of fun, laughter, and excitement for the whole family. Meet Santa Claus, marvel at the sparkling tree lighting ceremony, and cheer as Mickey and Minnie Mouse lead the parade down North Michigan Avenue. This spectacular festival is brought to you by Lifeway Foods, the original leader in probiotic gut support with Lifeway Kefir and kid-friendly Lifeway Pro Bugs. Learn more at lifewaykefir.com.
Hey, it's Kevin Powell here, and you've heard me talk about our new home. We've been chipping away at some projects. Up next, windows. And this November, you'll save big with 50% off all window styles with Window Nation. Plus, you can get 0% financing for 5 years. Window Nation's proven quality windows are so good, you'll actually save money on lower utility bills. And it comes with a lifetime warranty. Don't miss out on 50% off and 0 interest for 5 years. Sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com to get started.
Permaseal, the leader in basement waterproofing, also offers foundation repair, concrete restoration, and attic insulation. Call 800-421-SEAL or visit permaseal.net.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Romiliotis with your intermission update.
20 minutes is in the books over in Buffalo. That was almost a disastrous first period. The Hawks giving up the first 3 goals in the game. So piggybacking off of the last game, that would have been 6 straight goals for the opposition before Tyler Bertuzzi found the back of the net for the Blackhawks late in that first period to at least give the Blackhawks some sign of life going into the first intermission. We always talk about how those late period goals can be momentum turners for the Hawks. I don't know if it was a momentum turner, but it was at least got themselves in the hockey game rather than going into this intermission down 3-0 and feeling like it's an insurmountable comeback. So we'll see what the second period brings. The first period over was set at 1.5, and the over was the favorite at -130, and that also hit. The Buffalo Sabres were heavily favored to score the first goal of this game at -160. These odds are according to Circa Sports Illinois. Buffalo did score the first goal, but it was the first time in 8 games that the Blackhawks allowed the first goal. They were on a 7-game streak of scoring the first goal. The Hawks gave up the first goal. Bad omen. The Hawks are 0-3-2 in the previous 5 games where they give up the first goal. So we'll see if the Hawks can mount a big comeback here in Buffalo. Every time the Blackhawks win this season, someone will win a 2-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino, and another 100 people will get an $100 credit on the Circa app. See the Blackhawks contest page for details. 3 other games on the NHL schedule. So it's a light one here on Friday night. Tomorrow is going to be a loaded one with Saturday with 12 NHL games. The Hawks are going to be idle tomorrow, back in action on Sunday. Currently, one of the 3 other games are going on, and it's in the first intermission over in Pittsburgh, where the Minnesota Wild are up 3-0 on the Penguins. Shots on goal 9-3 in favor of Minnesota. Matt Boldy has a goal and an assist. Joel Eriksson-Ek also has a goal and an assist for Minnesota, and Brock Faber has 2 assists in the game. Pittsburgh, this is their first home game since playing in Sweden last week. They were facing the Nashville Predators. They took 3 out of 4 points. And so looks like Pittsburgh is having a hard time finding its legs in that first period. We'll see what those other periods bring it starting in the second. The Carolina Hurricanes are in Winnipeg tonight to take on the Jets. It's the return of Nikolai Ehlers, who was drafted number 9 overall in 2014 for Winnipeg. He's the 6th all-time leading scorer in franchise history in points after he spent the first 10 seasons there. So I imagine he's going to get a very warm welcome in his first game back in Winnipeg. That game is going to kick off in about 10 or so minutes. And then the late game tonight, 9:30 Central start, the LA Kings are hosting the Boston Bruins. David Pastrnak is 4 points away from picking up his 1,000th career NHL point. Some other NHL news. Speaking of Winnipeg, Jets goaltender Connor Hellebuck will undergo knee surgery tomorrow, and he's going to be sidelined for 4 to 6 weeks. This is the reigning Hart Trophy and Vezina Trophy winner as the league's top goaltender and MVP of last season. He's also going to likely be Team USA's starting goaltender at the Winter Olympics in February, but he's going to be sidelined for at least a month. Obviously a tough blow for Winnipeg, but he's a workhorse for the Jets. And so this might not be a bad thing as he kind of gets a physical and mental reset, assuming that he comes back really healthy. And hopefully for Team USA's sake, he can return to form by the time February rolls around. Elsewhere in sports, some injury updates for the Bears. They'll be without all 3 starting linebackers on Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers, with Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, and Noah Sewell all out with injuries. Cornerbacks Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson are listed as questionable. They were both full participants in practice on Friday. Over into some college basketball scores. Virginia beat Northwestern 83-78 to hand the Wildcats their first loss of the season. Jaden Reed had 25 points in the loss. And later tonight, Northern Illinois is at Loyola. And finally, over in the NBA, the Chicago Bulls are hosting the Miami Heat at the United Center later tonight. Kobe White will not play tonight due to injury management for the Bulls. Meanwhile, over in Buffalo, the Blackhawks are down 3-1 to the Sabres. We'll take a quick break and break down the first period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Chris Cuomo from News Nation. The Blackhawks play here on WGN Radio.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tea at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
This holiday season, let your heart be light at the Paramount Theater in downtown Aurora. Now playing through January 11th, experience the dazzling Broadway classic Irving Berlin's White Christmas.
It's everything you love about the holidays. Spectacular dancing, timeless songs, and a story filled with romance, laughter, and holiday cheer, making your family's holiday tradition. Get your tickets today at ParamountAurora.com. White Christmas is the perfect way to celebrate the season.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Hyundai's award-winning lineup of cars, SUVs, hybrids, and EVs put your safety first with available class-exclusive features like digital key and remote, smart parking assist, plus America's best warranty. See your local Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealer or visit HyundaiUSA.com today. Back here on the first intermission, the Hawks trailing the Buffalo Sabres 3-2 through the first 20 minutes of action. Shots on goal, 15-6 in favor of Buffalo. So clearly the Hawks trying to find their legs in that first period. We talked about it in the pregame show. This is the first time all season long that the Blackhawks are playing in a back-to-back game. I know with the compact Olympic schedule, the schedule is very condensed this year, but oddly enough, this is just the first time the Hawks have played in a back-to-back this season. So clearly they're trying to find their legs. I know the Hawks got in pretty late into Buffalo, and also they lost an hour of sleep going to the Eastern time zone. So I imagine some sleepy legs in that first period, but we'll see if the Hawks can turn around in the second. I thought that goal by Tyler Bertuzzi late in the first period with 1:48 left was a massive goal for Chicago, because this had the potential to really go sideways quickly, and it was really trending that way. The Hawks would have gone into that first period intermission down 3-0. Kind of feels like an insurmountable lead or insurmountable deficit, because I don't know if the Hawks had really been in a position like that before this season, down that early and having to come back from it. I think I saw a stat a little bit ago, a couple days ago. I think the Hawks have trailed the least amount of times this season, percentage-wise, than any other team in the NHL. So this is unfamiliar territory for the Blackhawks, finding themselves down by multi-goals through 20 minutes. We'll see if the Hawks can bounce back in that second period. But speaking on the topic of Tyler Bertuzzi, so he's now on an unofficial 6-game point streak. Technically, the point streak snaps if you are if you miss time with an injury or a healthy scratch or whatever. So he has gotten a point in his last 6 games, and over that stretch, he now has 11 points in those 6 games, 8 goals and 3 assists. And how about, I think I heard Darren Pang say on the TV broadcast, 9 of his 11 goals this season have come on the road. So I don't know what it is about Tyler Bertuzzi on the road. Maybe just because he plays a really meat and potato style, just goes to the dirty areas, scores the greasy goals, gets them on the power play too. But he has been awesome when he's been in the lineup. The Hawks really missed his presence when he was out of the lineup for the previous couple games. And how about him redrawing into the lineup yesterday against Seattle? Gets a goal, gets an assist, draws 2 penalties. Should have drawn another one today, 40 seconds into the game, but that went uncalled. And then he goes on later to score his 11th goal of the season. So Bertuzzi has just been fantastic, and hopefully that kind of lights a fire under the Blackhawks where they can tilt the ice in their favor in this second period, which is typically not their best periods this season. But yesterday against Seattle, it was by far the best second period that the Blackhawks had all season long. So we'll see if they can capitalize and carry over the momentum from the second period last game into tonight. We'll take a quick break here, and then we'll set up that second period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Hampton OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, with our biggest sale ever. Furnaces from just $39 a month. Furnace and air conditioning combos from just $57 a month, plus 6 years interest-free financing. Four Seasons guarantees to beat any competitor's price by up to $1,000. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and over 30,000 five-star reviews, we are Chicago's trusted local experts.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. You know, I played in an era that was tough, gritty, old school. But I got major respect for the next generation of hockey. The speed, the skill, the precision. That's what I see in Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, clean, crisp, real beer flavor without the heaviness. This is the light beer that keeps up with the modern game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Can't find the right words? Rogers & Hollins has you covered. Since 1910, Rogers & Hollins has been Chicagoland's trusted name for fine jewelry and quality watches. From engagement rings to the perfect gift or something to elevate your look, generations have relied on Rogers & Hollins for unmatched quality and personal service. Experience the Rogers & Hollins difference. Visit fornowandforever.com or a store near you. Rogers & Hollins, for now and forever.
Rogers & Hollins, for now and forever.
Hi, I'm Tim Stearns from TJ Stearns. I find that people are generally unaware of certain factors that can significantly impact your path to retirement. Factors like healthcare, taxes, income, and legacy planning. As you approach retirement, if these elements are not addressed, it can have devastating effects. I call it the retirement riddle, and I love solving it. Call me. Let's discuss a Protect and Grow blueprint. 1-800-640-2256. My only minimum is that you're a nice person. 1-800-640-2256 or visit tjstearns.com.
From dull floors to the latest innovations, Lou Manfredini's guest interviews on House Smarts Radio inspire Chicago homeowners. Tune in Saturday, sponsored by Simple Flooring, floors that inspire every step.
Up next, the second period. Here's Charlie Rebelliotis with your recap.
Back here in the first intermission, the Blackhawks and Sabres are on the ice for the start of the second period. Buffalo scored the first 3 goals in this hockey game, but Tyler Bertuzzi finally got one late in that period for the Blackhawks for his 11th of the season.
Bedard put it out to the right point, and a shot there from Rinzel. Stop, rebound, score! It's Tyler Bertuzzi at the top of the crease. Took the rebound off the pads of Luukkonen and backhanded it over his left shoulder. And the Blackhawks get one back and trail 3-1 with 1:48 left in the frame.
Much needed late period goal there by Tyler Bertuzzi. Sam Rinzel and Connor Bedard pick up the assists on that goal for Bertuzzi. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com as we throw it back over to John and Steve. Boys, any keys for this second period that you're looking for on deck?
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to defer to my color commentary partner, Steve Conroy, for that information. Charlie, go ahead, Steve.
Well, they need some more shots, and obviously they need to be a little more engaged. They made some mistakes on the ice. The Buffalo Sabres made them pay, but, at that point, when it was 3-0, shots were 14-2. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get it done with 2 shots on net. Yeah, they ended up with 6, so that's a start. Hopefully that goal by Tyler Bertuzzi ignited this team, and they come out playing on their toes and not on their heels.
I like it. Bertuzzi playing in his 100th Chicago Blackhawk game. And by the way, speaking of 100th, the assist on Tyler Bertuzzi's goal, that by Connor Bedard, was Connor Bedard's 100th career assist. So congratulations to both. Let's hope we see a lot more. Second period underway. Sabres control. Dahlin at his blue line. Passes up the right side. Alex Tuck at center ice to Samuelson over the Hawk line down the left wing. Pushed into the end glass with a big hit there by Crevier. Doan got to the puck, however, in the right wing corner. To Samuelson back of the net. Tried to filter a pass through. It was blocked. Doan took it back behind the net. Doan around to the bottom of the left circle. Put it out to the left point. Now Thompson leaving it for Doan. Doan through the high slot now. Dropping it at the blue line. Deep slot. Samuelson a long shot from there. It hit Tuck in front. And Alex Vlasic to the puck in the near corner. Had it stripped off his stick by Thompson. Then Vlasic took it back, tried to clear it up the boards. It hit Tuck, bounces free, and Bedard's got the puck and waves it behind the net to Crevier. He banks it up the left sideboards, not out. Dahlin pinching from the point, held it there to Tuck along the right sideboards. He'll snap it behind the Hawk net. Bedard with a dangerous put out in front of the net, picked off by the Sabres. Dahlin's got it in the right wing corner. He'll spin it down behind the net into the near corner. Crevier, another massive hit there. Impales one of the Sabres, but it's taken back now by Samuelson.
5 tired Blackhawks out there right now, John.
At the line, Zucker to Thompson, right point. Long shot blocked by Bedard on the way through. Bedard with a puck far corner. He'll now move it across the rink. Louis Crevier, Hawk line, who shot it ahead to center ice, and this deflects down right in on goal. And Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is down to stop it as the teams make line changes.
So important to win your board battles especially against that number 1 line of Tage Thompson and Alex Tuck, Shane Doan, and they won 2 or 3. Josh Doan make that 2 or 3 board battles where they came up with loose pucks, and it was an extended shift in the Blackhawk zone.
Well, the puck is knocked down ice into the Sabres zone. Connor Timmins with it back of his net to Bowen Byram along the left boards. Ahead now to Ryan McLeod over the Hawk line left wing. To Jack Quinn, now to McLeod, to Byram. He'll fire from the top of the left circle. The butterfly save made by Soderblom. And then at the top of the right circle, McLeod tried to fire. That's blocked. McLeod got the puck back, put it out in front. Zucker's got it. He'll go below the goal line and put it out in front. This is picked off by Oliver Moore. He'll pass to center ice to Teravainen, to Frank Nazar. In over the Sabre line, down the left wing, drops the shoulder, barrels to the net, and then lost the puck in behind. And Bowen Byram collides with Nazar and goes down to the ice off the inboards behind the Sabre net. And he is in some pain as he gets back to his feet, and he is going to painfully skate to the Sabre bench and probably right down the tunnel to the dressing room.
Yeah, you can tell that something's just not right with Bowen Byram. He's had some injury problems in the past. Great job by Frank Nazar to get to the outside and actually get around Bowen Byram. And it didn't look that bad on the replay here. Oh, just the way he fell. I think it was just an awkward fall. And then obviously banging into the Ed boards.
Yeah.
The beginning of a period, ice is fresh. You're going to head into those boards a lot faster. And, he was in pain right away. You could see him writhing, both legs just kind of twisting in pain. And let's hope he's okay.
Bowen Byram, good young defenseman, the 4th pick in the 2019 draft, right after the Blackhawks. Kirby Dach was selected with the 3rd. And unfortunately for Bowen, he's had some concussion issues in his career. Let's hope that that's not a factor. As we rejoin the play, Colton Dach along the left wing boards in the Sabres zone. Paddling there with the Sabres, Tyson Kozak. They continue the scrum. Ilya Mikheyev pulls the puck out. Gave it to Ryan Donato, top of the left circle. Spins it behind the net, around to the right point to Artem Levshunov. He'll put the puck down to the corner. Jacob Bryson of the Sabres fires it back down ice, and we're going to get icing here to Buffalo. 17:01 left in period number 2, 3-1 favor the Sabres.
Tonight's coaches' challenges are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine with 8 specialties ranked among the top 10 in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. The teams at Northwestern Medicine offer second opinions for the toughest conditions.
Steve, it's time now for the Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric Face-Off for all the right reasons. Call 866-4Seasons. Draw one by the Sabres. In the near corner, the puck taken by Power, cleared to the line, kept in by Levshunov with a nice play. High slot now to Lafferty. Got some room and fires. And that hit Ostlund, the young player for the Sabres. Puck ends up tumbling in front of the benches at center ice. And Grzelcyk lifts the puck through the air, and it bounces right in front of the Sabre net. That looked like it could have eluded Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen there, but did not. The Sabres get it back. And it's cleared to center ice there by Ostlund. Taken back by Bryson in front of the penalty boxes. Driving it down the boards in behind the Hawk net to the far corner. Matt Grzelcyk on the puck. Will spin it back in behind. Levshunov up the right wing side. Rink wide pass Lafferty in front of the Hawk bench. He grabs the puck and backhands it down behind the Sabre net. Dahlin quickly moves it ahead. Jordan Greenway over the Hawk line. Down the left wing to the corner. He put it out in front. And a point-blank shot by Beck Mallenstein is stopped by Arvid Soderblom. And then Bedard wins a battle from Greenway for the puck in front of the benches. But Greenway falls down, gets back to his feet, takes the puck back, and enters the Hawk zone. And this play ends up offside. And then after the whistle, looked like Mallenstein tried to take the blade of his stick and spear Colton Dach there. The linesmen are quickly to intervene.
That's a pretty tough line out there for the Buffalo Sabres. Mallenstein, you mentioned, leads the team in hits. Greenway's a big body, and he protects the puck so well. And Krebs, just a talented player. It's a pretty solid fourth line for the Buffalo Sabres.
Krebs is a bit of an irritating kind of a player. Good sandpaper guy. And decent numbers. Pretty good face-off guy, too. He came over in the trade from Vegas along with Alex Tuck and the aforementioned youngster Noah Ostlund, who was a first-round draft pick at the time. That trade for Jack Eichel. And Eichel went on to win a Stanley Cup with Vegas in 2023. Now Tuck from center clears it ahead. Here's Dahlin into the Hawk zone. Long wrist shot goes wide. Loose puck down to Vlasic. Pokes it up the left sideboard. It's not out. Tuck in the right wing corner. Put it back to Doan. Right circle. He'll carry behind the Hawk net. Sets up Thompson along the left boards. Now to the high slot, Samuelson. Then over to Dahlin, right circle. One too many passes. The Hawks get the possession of the puck. Tyler Bertuzzi put it into the Sabre zone along the left boards. Taken back, however, by the Sabres, Samuelson. To Tuck to Doan, over the Hawk line to Thompson, top of the left circle, cuts through the slot, fires in and out of the glove of Soderblom. Loose puck behind him, it's in his pads, and now finally the whistle blows. And an alert play there by one of the Hawks, I believe Frank Nazar, telling Arvid Soderblom, just lay down, don't move.
Yeah, and I think Soderblom, too, sensed the puck. That's a real nice play by the Buffalo Sabres in across the blue line. Josh Doan pushing back the defenseman, and then the shot by Tage Thompson. Yeah, Dahlin was right there. Might have gotten half his body, too. Off of Soderblom, off of Dahlin, and then Soderblom realized he had it somewhere in his paraphernalia, and then he gets the whistle off to his left.
Here's a draw to his right, and now it's going to be Nazar facing off with McLeod. And the drop of the puck, Nazar wins it to the corner, but now it's taken back by the Sabres. Zucker to the left point. Here's McLeod firing. That goes wide off a deflection. Teravainen will spit the puck ahead to center ice, taken back by the Sabres. Cleared into the Hawk zone by Timmins, and Sam Rinzel's got it back in the net. Over to Matt Grzelcyk, far corner. Rink wide pass Nazar, right wing to center ice. Moves it back across the rink. Oliver Moore in front of the benches, moves it into the Sabres zone. Teravainen, head to Nazar, picked off by the Sabres. They're back the other way quickly. Quinn into the Hawk zone, right circle, floats it in front. It was intended for Jason Zucker, but just over his stick. Quinn to the right corner, to power right point, to Timmins through the high slot. Timmins now over to the right point. Put the puck down for McLeod. He let it go in behind the Hawk net to Jason Zucker. Had the slot, look out. McLeod shoots and scores. Well, Sam Rinzel was battling with Jason Zucker along the inboards in the Hawk zone, and as Zucker made his way to the right wing corner, he found McLeod streaking down the slot. And he snaps the puck past Arvid Soderblom. It's now 4-1 Buffalo.
Yeah, the Buffalo Sabres winning a lot of 50-50 pucks, especially along the boards. And Zucker, not the biggest guy in the world, but he knows how to use his body. He protected the puck, and it's a bang-bang play. He wins the puck from Rinzel. He looks up. He sees Ryan McLeod streaking through the slot. That's a prime scoring area. And, again, I'm not going to blame Arvid Soderblom. He was untouched coming in with speed. And he just puts it over the blocker of the Swedish netminder.
So McLeod scoring at 5:42. Sabres on the attack. And then a long shot from the line. They score. Samuelsson let it rip from just inside the Hawk blue line. And this deflects past Arvid Soderblom. I believe this is going to be Samuelsson's goal. It will be his 5th on the season. And 5-1 Buffalo. Two goals within 30 seconds.
Well, I'm looking at the Blackhawks bench, and Spencer Knight right now heading down the aisle to possibly get his goaltender's mask. Now, this is literally right off the draw. And Buffalo gets it in. They get it back, and just a long wrister. There was a couple of bodies in front. It might have even gone off of Louis Crevier. And we'll take one more look at it here. And again, Arvid Soderblom not getting a lot of help here. That's 5 goals on 19 shots. But I know after the first period, scoring chances were 14-3 in favor of Buffalo after the first 20 minutes.
Well, the Hawks all huddling at their bench right now. Jeff Blashill, he's giving them a pretty good roasting right now. I think Jeff is trying to maintain decorum and kind of keep the message positive, but let them know that, you need a higher level here, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's not all on the goalie. It's every single goal that Buffalo has scored so far has been a mistake by the team in front of them. Whether it's a missed assignment, whether it's a turnover, whether it's a lost 50-50 puck, that's not all on your goalie. And Spencer Knight, I looked and he went to the dressing room. I assumed it was to pick up maybe his goaltender's mask, but he has not come back to the bench. And they are obviously leaving Soderblom in, and they used up their timeout.
So each McLeod and Samuelsson each scoring their 5th goals on the season as we rejoin the play. Colton Dach with the puck, Hawk blue line, left wing side. Will wedge it ahead to center ice and eventually down in behind the Sabre net. Luukkonen stopping the puck, put it into the far corner. And Noah Ostlund got it there. Passing up the right wing side into the Hawk zone down the right wing side. Tyson Kozak trips over his stick. No penalty called. Louis Crevier to the puck to Ryan Green, far circle. Whips it across the rink on the right wing to Ilya Mikheyev to center ice. He'll clear it down to the right wing corner in the Sabre zone where Ryan Donato runs Jacob Bryson into the glass. Sabres get the puck back, then give it back. High slot Ryan Green. Tried to drop it over the right point. That hit Greenway and deflects to center ice. Now Levshunov into the Sabre zone right point. Will stick the puck down the glass in behind the net. Dahlin gathers it in, pulls out the 9-iron and lifts the puck down ice into the Hawk end. Levshunov back to gather it in. Got it ahead to Bedard over the Sabre line. Cuts across the zone, drops it in the slot. Green, he makes a drop pass. This is picked off by the Sabres. Greenway Ahead to Malenstein through center ice. In over the Hawk line, left wing side. The Krebs, he'll fire, and this deflects up into the protective netting, and out of play goes. 12:46 left in the second here in Buffalo. 5-1 Sabres. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying, and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
Cold weather and hockey season go together hand in hand, but your home isn't a hockey rink and you want it to be the perfect temperature no matter the season. With Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning mini split systems, you get the ultimate comfort and efficiency every time, even in those difficult to heat places in your home. Their units are designed to deliver consistent comfort where you need it most. Check out Mitsubishi electric heating and cooling mini split systems today at getacomfyhome.com.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, it's Ryan Donato. Break's over. More Blackhawks hockey coming up.
Well, Friday Night Hockey, presented by Modelo, is back. Join us on November 28th at 7 p.m. when our alternate jersey makes its return to the ice against the Nashville Predators. Doors open 90 minutes before puck drop, and all fans are encouraged to wear black apparel for our very first blackout game of the season. Secure your spot at blackhawks.com/tickets.
Well, I guess it's become a hockey thing in the NHL. They used to do this in St. Louis, the John Denver song, Take Me Home Country Road. They sing it here in Buffalo too, I guess. So that's a nice song.
Yeah.
Well, Bowen Byram is back on the ice for the Buffalo Sabres, and that's good news for Buffalo. And he takes the puck off the draw of the left point, moves down to the corner, tried to center it. It's into the skates of Josh Doan. He then coughed up the puck to the Hawks' Frank Nazar, and he'll flip it through the air down into the Sabres zone. Connor Timmins tracks it down to Tage Thompson. Now to Bowen Byram at the Sabre line, left wing side to Thompson. He dekes past the check in over the Hawk line, left wing. Tried to pass across the rink. Colton Dock picks off the puck, moves it ahead up the left wing side, and then tried to chop it to center ice. Alex Tuck took the puck back for the Sabres. To Tage Thompson in the right wing corner, trying to fight off a check from Vlasic. And Vlasic wins the battle, knocking the puck free, but it's spun around by Doan to the near corner. Samuelson then put it to the inboards, and Vlasic, a calm handoff there to Doc. Put it up the left wing side. It was intended for Slaggert. Slapped away, though. Vlasic took it and got it ahead to Lafferty at the Sabre blue line. And he'll dump the puck down the left boards and in behind the Sabre net, then get off on a change. Sabres come right back up ice. Here's a nice poke check at the Hawk line by Wyatt Kaiser. Got the puck ahead. Bedard over the Sabre line with a toe drag and a shot, and it goes wide. Round to Kaiser left point. Works it through traffic. Sends it right point. Levshunov moves in, fires, and a butterfly save made by Luukkonen. Puck ricochets to center ice, and the Hawks get it back. Levshunov along the right sideboards, front of the penalty boxes. Winds the puck down behind the Sabre net up the far side. And Quinn will hand it off now to McLeod through center over the Hawk line to Zucker, top of the left wing circle. Sent the puck in front of the net. Wyatt Kaiser gloved it with his glove there and dropped it down in behind the Hawk net. Holds it there as the teams are in the midst of line changes.
Good awareness by Wyatt Kaiser. He realized he had some time. Just slow things down a little bit and make sure you get the puck out without turning it over.
Bertuzzi at the Sabre blue line. Pats it into the Sabre zone. Bedard caught it over his head, dropped it to his stick, and tried to get a shot away. Picked off by the Sabres. Here's Noah Ostlund, hit by Connor Bedard as he unloads the puck across the rink. Taken away by Grizzly Hawk line. Head to Teravainen, then to Levshunov, center ice on the right wing, and he'll fling it down the boards deep into the Sabre zone, around to the far corner. Comes loose to Nazar, fires from the left circle. Shoulder save made by Luukkonen. And Power will make a lead pass up the left wing. Picked off by Tyson Kozak. He'll dump it into the Hawk zone. Back to get the puck, Frank Nazar. He'll carry to center ice. Nazar with some speed, dumping it down beside the Sabre net. Luukkonen plays the puck into the far corner to Byram. Passing up the right side now, Greenway, Sabre line. Now to Power over the Hawk line. Dropping it to Mallenstein from a left circle fires. Connor Murphy blocked that. Mallenstein in the left wing corner shoves the puck behind the Hawk net. And Grzelcyk to it. He was checked off the puck there by Krebs. And Sam Rinzel to the puck. Works it free, but then taken back by the Sabres. Peyton Krebs along the left boards. And then Rinzel picks his pocket, skates ahead to center ice, and dumps the puck down to the inboards and in behind the Sabre net. And we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get too many men on the ice here, I believe. In front of the Hawks bench, one of the officials. Maybe we won't get a call. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's just an icing. Obviously, the puck was shot this side of center ice by the Chicago Blackhawks. So I think they just went over to make sure that none of the players that left the ice were going to stay on the bench, or they had to come back. And those guys a little winded, so they have to come back for the face-off.
All right, so I thought the way the referee was skating toward the bench, Steve, I thought he was counting up the players and rationalizing to the coaches, yep, you've been nailed with too many men on the ice, because it looked like they were in the midst of a change, but
they were, and he just wanted to make sure that the guys who were leaving the ice came back out. And that's the essence of the new icing rule, that you can't ice the puck and expect to get a change.
Off the face-off, the Hawks now get the puck, and Nazar will clear it off the glass down into the Sabre zone. This won't go far enough for icing, but far enough for the Hawks to get a line change. In behind the Sabre net, Bowen Byron to the puck. Passes it across and then got it back. He'll carry through center over the Hawk line on the left wing. Checked by Oliver Moore. Fights off the check. Put the puck down to Alex Tuck. It's off his stick. And Doc will clear behind the net to Wyatt Kaiser. Head to Colton Doc to center ice. To Crevier on the right wing side. Fires the puck off the end boards. It goes down into the far corner. Samuelson of the Sabres pokes the puck up the far side boards. And Oliver Moore at the blue line met the puck and shot it down between the circle Sabre zone. And Samuelson got it there. Son of Shell Samuelson. Pass up the left wing side. Bowen Byram center ice, who dumps it wide to the right corner Hawk zone. And again, the Sabres go for a line change.
A lot of former father-son combos on this Buffalo team. You mentioned Samuelson. Shane Doan, of course, with Josh Doan. And Tage Thompson, his dad, Brent Thompson, played in the NHL for 8 years.
Brent Thompson was a pretty tough dude, as I recall.
He certainly was.
He was in coaching in the NHL there for a while. Here's a 2-on-1 break for the Sabres. McLeod down the left wing. Hawks zone fires. Butterfly save made by Soderblom. McLeod got the puck back in the left wing corner. Put it behind the Hawk net. Dahlin coughed up the puck to the near corner to Bertuzzi. He'll leave it in the corner for Sam Rinzel, who carries behind the net, then misses Vlasic on a pass. Sabres get the puck back. It's fed to the slot. This is off the stick of the Sabre forward, Tyson Kozak, and then it's shot all the way down by Bedard. Samuelson with a lead pass for Austin Hawk line. Lost it onto the stick of Alex Vlasic. Head to Connor Bedard, Hawk zone to Rinzel, center ice on the right wing to Slaggert, busting into the Sabre zone. He was held up there by Dahlin, but pokes the puck down in behind the net. And Samuelson will get it there. Over to Rasmus Dahlin, who lifts to center ice. And Ryan Donato had the puck for a moment, lost it. Sabres get it back. With a center ice circle. Isaac Rosen carrying it to the Hawk zone. He's a native of Sweden. He put the puck along the far board, and the Hawks get it back. Grzelcyk with a rink-wide pass. Connor Murphy, center ice on the right wing. Sticking it down the glass in behind the Sabre net. And now Jacob Bryson back to the puck for Buffalo. Head to Rosen up the left wing at center ice. He just sticks it down the shelf that separates the boards and glass. Puck ends up in behind the Hawk net. Ilya Mikheyev battling there with Peyton Krebs. Krebs wins the battle. Put the puck in front of the net for Mallenstein. He then coughed it up now to the far corner to Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk and Krebs battle once again. Sabres get the puck. Greenway, right wing corner, carrying behind the Hawk net. Thanks a pass to the near side to Bryson, left point. Put it over. A shot from the right point by Power, never got through. Mikheyev, quick pass out to center ice to Donato. He'll bank it off the boards deep into the Sabres zone, and that line will go for a change. Sabres come back up ice. Peyton Krebs into the Hawk zone. Down the left wing, put it out in front. And Levshunov got a stick in there, knocking that pass wide. Doc to center ice. to Levshinoff over the Sabre line, down the right wing. He'll flip the puck behind the net, caught in the left wing corner by Oliver Moore. Made a back pass that misses everybody, and this banks down ice into the Hawk zone. Arvid Soderblom came out of his net, and he'll make a pass up the right wing to the Sabre line for Doc. Doc is run into. Puck comes free. Levshinoff had it. Stripped away by Alex Tuck of the Sabres to Thompson into the Hawk zone. Left circle. Shoots. Butterfly saved by Soderblom. And a follow-up shot from Timmins from the right point. Goes past the crease and wide and down ice into the Buffalo zone. And the Hawks will try and get another line change.
And you can see the velocity on that shot from Tage Thompson after the turnover. Just a little wrister, a snapshot from the top of the circle. But, boy, that was coming with some heat. And another nice stop there by Arvid Soderblom.
Here's Bedard leading the rush for the Hawks over the Sabre line. Drops it now, top of the right circle. Bertuzzi unloads a shot. Goes through the crease and wide. And Renzel at the left point. Spins it back down to the left wing corner to Ryan Green. Green along the left side boards to Vlasic, right point. Shoots, he scores! Alex Vlasic with a bomb from the right point. This beats Luukkonen over the left shoulder, and the Blackhawks get one back. It's now 5-2 in favor of the Sabres. And for Alex Vlasic, that's his second goal on the season.
Yeah, just the third shot of this period for the Blackhawks, but another important goal. And it's funny, Jeff Blashill was talking to us just before the game about the play of Alex Vlasic and how he's just a calming influence back there. Said he maybe played his best game against the Seattle Kraken. And I like the work along the boards. Renzel gets it to Green. Green does a lot of the grunt work, controlling the puck, skating it across the blue line, feeding it to Vlasic for the one-timer. And Bertuzzi was parked in front of the net. I don't think he touched it, but he provided a little bit of a screen. And the Blackhawks within 3.
It looked like Vlasic led the parade in front of the benches for the fist bump, so pretty sure it was his goal. Unless we get some kind of a change. We got a change last night that we weren't expecting on that goal that Shane Wright scored.
Mm-hmm.
Back inside the Hawk zone. Vlasic to the puck in the near corner. Fends off a check from Quinn, but then lost the puck to McLeod to the end boards. Put it beside the net for Zucker. He fell over a stick. No penalty called. Landon Slaggert the other way to Donato, Sabre line on the right wing. He'll snap it down behind the net. Dahlin got hold of it off the give from Luukkonen. Sent it around, but picked off by Ryan Donato near the right point. He shot the puck across the rink, and Dahlin for the Sabres will clear it ahead. Zucker into the Hawk zone. Drops it into the right wing corner, Hawk in. McLeod sent the puck behind the Hawk net near corner. Ryan Donato had it for a moment, lost it. Now the puck rolls into the crease. Look out. And Soderblom will plop on it and hold it, and a whistle will stop play. We're down to 4:18 left in the second here in Buffalo. It's now 5-2 in favor of the Sabres. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Chicago news on WGN. Current, local, agenda-free.
WGN. What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks. When you shop for a new Chevy at Bob Josh Chevrolet, you'll be more than happy. You'll be Jossified. That's the feeling you get when you enjoy outstanding savings from Bob Josh Chevrolet in Elburn. Right now, save on a new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 with 0% APR financing for 36 months. Bob Josh Chevrolet in Elburn, next to Reams Meat Market. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Plus tax, title, license, and doc fee to qualified buyers with approved credit based on $27.78 for $1,000 finance. See dealer for details. Expires 12/1/25.
Remember that smell of the sauce simmering on the stove all day? The laughter, the stories, the family gathered around the table. You can bring back that feeling with Marconi imported Italian tomatoes. These aren't just any tomatoes. They're grown, picked, and packed in the San Marzano region of Italy. Rich, sweet, full of flavor. The perfect base for your homemade sauce and soups. Next time you're at the store, look for Marconi, because the best conversations start in the kitchen and the best meals start with Marconi. And don't forget the Jardinera.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Perfect lead in, Chris, because with that last goal by Alex Vlasic, it's time to break out the Bandito. Celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila. Speaking of Chris Chelios, he's going to have a bobblehead night coming up not too soon. Saturday, December 13th. We'll get to that a little later.
Yeah, be kind of cool. Hall of Fame defenseman had his sweater number retired by the Blackhawks organization. Good old number 7. And now here's a play by Bedard at the Hawk line. Took the puck away. Breaks into the Saber zone down the slot. Dinks and shoots. And Luukkonen is down on his belly and spread his pads and made the save. Boy, Connor pulled off about every deke he could possibly think of. And it looked like Luukkonen was waiting for Connor, and Connor was waiting for Luukkonen. At some point, Connor had to shoot, and he did, but Luukkonen made the save.
Well, you could see the speed of Connor Bedard clearly on display in that last play. He blocks a shot. It's off to the races. And you mentioned, he made 5 or 6 deets with his head, with his shoulders. And the key to that save, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen kept that left pad on the ice. And typically goaltenders will lift the knee just a little bit. The pad won't get flat on the ice, and that's what Connor Bedard was hoping for, just to slide it under the pillow, but the pillow was flat to the bed, and there was no room to be had.
Your old teammate Steve Larmer in that situation, what would he have done?
He would have taken a slap shot.
He just shot.
He would have taken a slap shot from about 15 feet out, yeah.
That's Larms. I asked him one time, I said, if you could do the shootout, what would you do? What would be your favorite shootout move? He just says, shoot.
Yeah.
Don't mess around, just shoot the puck. Inside the Saber zone, Hawks get the puck back. Ryan Green now at the left point. Sends it to the deep slot for Grzelcyk. To Green in the left wing half board. Sent it in front of the Saber net. Picked off by Greenway. Lifts it to center ice. Big Louis Crevier, all 6'8" of him, reaching over his head. Punches the puck down into the Saber zone. The Sabres get possession.
Sure, Louis played a little bit of basketball growing up in Quebec.
That's tall you'd have to.
Yeah, he's got the size.
Here's Grzelcyk out of the Hawk zone to center ice. Left wing side. Snaps it down the boards, deep into the Saber zone. Nice catch by Bedard along the right half boards. Did a little spinorama with the puck, but then had his pocket picked by Samuelson, who then hands the puck ahead, and it's cleared all the way down, and icing's going to be the call here against Buffalo.
Blackhawks getting a little bit of juice here. And, John, can you imagine if Connor had scored on the breakaway? All of a sudden it's 5-3, and the Blackhawks feeling some momentum. They got some momentum right now. It'd be great if they could get one more before the close of this second period.
Just seems like no goal, no lead, regardless of what it is in the NHL. Just no lead seems to be safe anymore.
No, more comeback wins so far. We're quarter way through the season.
Yeah.
I think officially today was the quarter point of the NHL season. More comeback wins this year than I think in the last 20 years.
This is the 21st game on the season for the Hawks. They hit the 20-game mark with a record of 10-6-4. Very respectable for a young team. And occupying the last wild card spot in the Western Conference. But that is a tenuous hold right now. Depending on how tonight finishes, they may or may not be there. Vlasic in the Hawk zone, moving up the left wing side. Goes rink wide with a pass, Teravainen. He's over the Saber line with the puck right point. Down to the half boards, Mikheyev. Fed it across, and this deflects into the left wing corner. Nazar pushed off the puck by Tage Thompson. Thompson then put it up the right side boards to Tuck, hit by Teuvo Teravainen, but clears it ahead to center ice. Dahlin, then to Doan down the right wing side. Hawk zone, he shoots, he scores. For Josh Doan, that's his second goal on the night. The goal at 17:31 makes it 6-2 in favor of the Sabres.
Well, what a shot that is, because he had Alex Vlasic all over him now. Doan did get a little bit of a lead here. Great pass up the ice. They chop it, and then Doan off to the races. Vlasic used his stick, but Doan used his body to protect the puck. And it was a Dahlin pass that sent Doan off to the races. He chopped it, and he chopped it high, kind of a wedge shot right over the glove of Arvid Soderblom. And he restores the 4-goal lead, 6-2. In favor of the Sabres.
For Josh Doan, that's his 7th goal on the season, the second of this evening. His dad, Shane, scored 20 goals in 71 career games against the Blackhawks, so he's a chip off the old block, he is. Shane Doan, one of the classiest guys you'll ever meet in the game, too, and a very competitive guy, as you know, Steve.
Oh, gosh, I got to know him really well down in Phoenix. I did radio there. Watch this.
Now inside the Saber zone from the left circle, Colton Dock fires a shot that deflects up and out of play. 2:05 left in the second period. 6-2 here in Buffalo favoring the Sabres. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Getting health insurance that fits your budget isn't easy.
At Get Covered Illinois,
We are here to help.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
A place where health insurers compete for your business. A website where you can compare multiple health plans and pricing in one place. And where you can connect to financial help and free in-person assistance.
Because you deserve insurance. GetCoveredIllinois.gov. We're here to help.
Whether you're on the field or on the ice, the best way to bet is with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips, Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees, ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circa Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Blackhawks defend their home ice, but who defends yours? Since 1936, Culligan has been your trusted water expert, providing cleaner, safer, better-tasting water to Chicagoans like you. As the official water provider of the Blackhawks, certified Culligan filtration gives you the best water wherever you are, at home, at work, or roaring during the national anthem in the United Center. Enjoy water you trust from a partner you trust. Culligan, water you love.
Hey Blackhawks fans, it's Connor Bedard. We're back. Time for more Blackhawks hockey.
Well, make sure to join us at the United Center on Saturday, December 13th at 7 p.m. when Patrick Kane and the Detroit Red Wings come to town for our Madhouse Celebration Night. And that's not all. The first 8,000 fans will receive an exclusive Chris Chelios bobblehead presented by Ticketmaster. Don't miss out. Tickets are available now at blackhawks.com/tickets.
Patrick Kane, former Blackhawk great, a Buffalo native. And it used to be fun coming back here with Patrick when he played for the Blackhawks and watch how he would perform here in his hometown. A lot of guys would get nervous in that situation. Patrick seemed to thrive.
Oh, he loved it. Absolutely loved it.
All right, Kaiser high slot. Buffalo zone fires a shot, and Luukkonen down with a butterfly save. Will hold on to the puck. Get a whistle stopping play. Face-off will be in the circle to his right.
John, just an update on what's going on behind the bench. Now, I looked down there after the fifth goal, and I saw Spencer Knight. Then he headed to the dressing room. Now, I thought he was going to get some equipment to possibly replace Arvid Soderblom. He's not back on the bench, so maybe he's not feeling well. I mean, sometimes a coach will change the goalie just to change the momentum a little bit. It's not always on the goalie. It's a shot across the bow of your team, but, still, that was maybe 12 minutes ago. Spencer Knight still not on the bench.
Meanwhile, back at center ice, Bertuzzi takes the puck away from a Saber. Spins it back to Artem Leschin off Hawk line. Over to Kaiser. Hawk line left wing side. He's pursued back into the Hawk zone by Tuck. And then he put the puck over to Leschinoff and a pass up the right wing. Bertuzzi, then to Bedard, back to Bertuzzi over the Sabre blue line. Lost the puck, taken away by the Sabres. Now breaking down the right wing side into the Hawk zone. Here's a shot by Tyson Kozak that deflects up into the protective netting and out of play. And a whistle will stop play. They're going to face it off back inside the Hawk zone. This will be in the circle to Soderblom's left.
Just to follow up on your Shane Doan points, of course, the father of Josh Doan. Shane played 1,540 games in the NHL, 400 goals, 570 assists, over 1,300 minutes in penalties. I believe it was 407 goals. I know it was over 400 goals. So quite a career for Mr. Shane Doan.
And it seemed like he could have continued to play back when he thought about giving him up. I can't remember what his offensive numbers were, but he might have been mentally worn out because it seemed like physically he could go forever. Now back inside the Hawk zone. The puck cleared ahead by Grizzly, but not out. Taken back by the Sabres. Josh Doan on there right now. In behind the net, the puck taken out of there by Landon Slaggert. Whistle blows. A penalty coming up here. Slashing will be the call. This should be to the Sabres. So the Hawks will go to the Citgo power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citgo. Download the app now to start saving.
Yeah, the aforementioned Josh Doan with the penalty. We'll listen for the official call.
That's for slashing.
It's a slashing penalty on Doan. He was trying to get the puck back after he lost it, and it was Landon Slaggert who drew that penalty. And the slash was right in front of the referee across the stick. So good call by him and an opportunity for the Blackhawks here to try and get a little bit more momentum. If you're going to fight back in this hockey game, it'd be great to close one out here in the second period, scoring a goal.
Bedard facing off. Circle to Luukkonen's left. Wins the draw. Levshunov right point. Sends it down to Bertuzzi, right wing corner. He let it go between his legs behind the net. Teravainen grabs it there. Around to Bedard, left point. To Levshunov, top of the right circle. Put it beside the net. Bertuzzi caught it on the forehand. Goes to the backhand. And a glove save made by Luukkonen. He'll hold on. Well, you know Bertuzzi sniffing the top of that net. You know he had to be feeling it there. But nice play by Luukkonen to make the save.
Yeah, it really was. I would have loved to have seen Levshunov take the shot there because, you know, I know he had Bertuzzi as an option, but you've also got Bertuzzi as an option to jump on the rebound, and you've also got Teravainen skating down the throat.
Now Teravainen off the draw, fires from the slot that's over the net. Bedard recovers the puck, had it scraped away by Timmins, head to Alex Tuch, and he immediately clears it down ice. Soderblom out of the Hawk net in the circle to his left. Passing up the right side, Levshunov at center ice with 20 in the period. To Bedard. Carries into the Saber zone. Drops it right point. Nazar to the deep slot. Levshunov to the left circle. Bertuzzi closing in. He'll fire. Stick save made. Bertuzzi got it back left corner. Around to Bedard along the right sideboards. Here's Bedard trying to free himself with the puck to the corner and does with 5. Fed it up the slot. It's off Nazar's stick. Cleared to center ice. And the horn will sound ending play here in period number 2. The Sabres will take a 6-2 lead into the dressing rooms after 40 minutes. And the Blackhawks will open up play in period number 3 with 1:06 of power play time along with a fresh sheet of ice here in Buffalo.
Yeah, a little closer in the shots, 9-7 shots in favor of the Buffalo Sabres in period number 2, but just too many good scoring opportunities, too many unchecked players right in front of Arvid Soderblom, and as a result, they've got the 4-goal lead.
3 goals in each period for the Buffalo Sabres. In this period, it was McLeod, Samuelson, and Josh Doan with his second of the night. So 6-2 is where she stands. The Blackhawks did get a goal from Alex Vlasic, his second on the season at the 14:45 mark, and gave the Hawks some life. But Doan scoring gave the 4-goal bulge back to the Sabres. So 6-2 is where it stands after 2 periods. Right now, we're going to step out and take a break, and when we return, Charlie Romeliotis will take over the broadcast from Blackhawks Central. He'll have a full report, and then we'll be back here to Western New York, near the shores of Lake Erie, as the Blackhawks looking to catch the Buffalo Sabres, trailing 6-2 after 2. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Dad, I gotta come clean about something.
Okay.
I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, you might be on the naughty list.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends December 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
That's the sound of the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program, saving you money and energy. With rebates on Energy Star appliances, so you can come back to a home full of savings. Discover more ways to save at ComEd.com/home savings. ComEd, powering lives.
Marquette Bank has been Chicagoland's neighborhood bank for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. Marquette Bank is here to help you build savings, buy a home, plan for retirement. Marquette Bank is here to help you achieve your financial goals. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank, love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Bob Surratt back from our recent Oceania listener cruise, and we're planning another great trip. Come on along next October on a 9-day cruise from Bilbao, Spain to Barcelona along the coast of Spain. We'll stop in Lisbon, Gibraltar, and Malaga. To join us, log on to WGNradio.com, the Surratt Show page, and click on the ad. or call the travel store at 800-777-6540. That's 800-777-6540.
Before you light that cozy fire, keep your family safe. Get Lindemann's $199 safety inspection package with cleaning and full chimney check. Schedule at lindemann.com today.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Romeliotis with your intermission update.
40 minutes is in the books over in Buffalo, and the Hawks are trailing the Sabres 6-2. So another tough second period there for the Blackhawks. Looking at the shots on goal total, right now it's 23-13 in favor of Buffalo. But in that second period, during 5-on-5 action, the scoring chances were 11-2 in favor of Buffalo. They were 10-2 in favor of Buffalo in the first period. So now the scoring chances are 21-4. That is in favor of the Sabres. Only 6 high danger chances for Buffalo, though. So not many of those have come from the house area. Thought the Hawks were maybe potentially starting to get some momentum after the Alex Vlasic goal, and then Connor Bedard had a breakaway immediately after that shift. But unfortunately, Buffalo ends up getting that next one, and it kind of felt like a dagger to the heart. And so the Hawks are going to have some power play time, though, coming out of the third period. So let's see if they can do anything with that and potentially play themselves back into this hockey game. But it's a 4-goal deficit for Chicago through 2 periods. Let's get to some other scores around the NHL. Light schedule tonight with only 3 games, 2 games currently going on, and then 1 late one. The Minnesota Wild have extended their lead in Pittsburgh to 5-0 in the second intermission. Only 14 shots on goal for the Wild through 2 periods. So 5 of them have found the back of the net. 9 shots on goal for Pittsburgh in the first 40 minutes of play. Matt Boldy added a second one for Minnesota in that second period. So he's got 3 points on the night with 2 that have found the back of the net and adding another assist. Joel Eriksson Ek and Kirill Kaprizov also have a goal and an assist, and Brock Faber has 2 assists for Minnesota. This is the first game back, by the way, at home for Pittsburgh since they went on that trip to Sweden to take on the Nashville Predators for a couple of games, and they took 3 out of a possible 4 points on that trip. The Winnipeg Jets are up 2-1 on the Carolina Hurricanes. That just went into the first intermission. It's the return of Nikolai Ehlers for the Carolina Hurricanes back in Winnipeg. Ehlers spent the first 10 seasons in the NHL there after he was drafted with the 9th overall pick in 2014. He's also the 6th leading scorer in franchise history when it comes to the points department. So Ehlers, now a member of the Carolina Hurricanes, back in Winnipeg for the first time since he joined Carolina over the summer. And then the late one tonight, a 9:30 puck drop, is the LA Kings hosting the Boston Bruins. Oddly enough, LA has just 1 win at home this season, 1-4-2. Their road record is 9-2-3. So I feel like last year I remember LA being unbeatable at home and they really struggled on the road. But the inverse has happened this year for LA, where they're having a hard time winning at home. So we'll see who comes away with that one. A late Friday night matchup over in LA. Some other NHL news. Speaking of Winnipeg from earlier, Jets goaltender Connor Hellebuyck will undergo knee surgery tomorrow, and he's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. He's the reigning Hart Trophy winner and Vezina Trophy winner as the top goalie and MVP in the NHL. Also likely going to be Team USA's starting goaltender for the 2026 Winter Olympics in February. So it's a tough blow for Winnipeg, but I think they're hoping that he gets back to full strength and healthy enough to return for their stretch run for the second half of the season, but also for Team USA. I know they're eyeing that closely to make sure that he's good to go for the Olympics and feeling back like himself. Elsewhere in sports, over in the NFL, the Bears injury updates. They're going to be without 3 starting linebackers on Sunday against the Steelers. Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, and Noah Sewell are all going to be out with injuries. So all 3 of the starting linebackers for the Bears are out. Cornerbacks Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson are listed as questionable. Both were full participants in practice on Friday. Over in college basketball, Virginia knocked off Northwestern 83-78 in a tight one to hand the Wildcats their first loss of the season. Jaden Reed had 25 points in the loss for the Wildcats. And later tonight, Northwestern right now is leading Loyola 42-35 in the first half. And then over in the NBA at the United Center, the Miami Heat are leading the Chicago Bulls 36-32 at the end of the first quarter. No Kobe White in the game for the Bulls. He's not playing due to injury management. Meanwhile, in Buffalo, the Hawks are chasing a 6-2 deficit through 2 periods. We'll take a quick break and break down that second period. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
The Lisa Dent Show, weekdays 2 to 6 on WGN Radio.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Chicago fans, when the game's on the line, there's no time to waste.
Same goes for selling your house. At Jeff Buys Your House, we make it fast, easy, and stress-free.
No drawn-out showings, no waiting for months on the market.
Just a fair cash offer from a veteran-owned company that puts people first.
Don't let the clock run out. Choose the trusted source. Visit jeffbuysyourhouse.com and score your easy offer today.
Right now, hockey fans across the city are struggling to fill the fridge. That's why the Salvation Army is here to assist those in need all season long. Our friends at the Salvation Army are seeing unprecedented demand in their communities, the communities they've served for decades, with more people walking through the doors in search of emergency support. Your support this year is more important than ever. Go to the John Williams Kettle at WGNradio.com. Let's help make a difference today.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Second intermission in Buffalo. The Sabres are up 6-2 on the Blackhawks. Shots on goal 23-13 in favor of Buffalo. Scoring chances at 5-on-5, 21-4 in favor of Buffalo. Thought the Hawks were potentially trying to play themselves back into this game when Alex Vlasic scored the second goal of the game, but then Buffalo ends up getting that 6-1 and kind of deflated the sails of the Blackhawks. Time now to look at tonight's window of opportunity, sponsored by the state's official health insurance marketplace, Get Covered Illinois. Now's your opportunity to find health insurance that fits your budget at getcoveredillinois.gov. Open enrollment ends on January 15th. Connor Bedard is trying to strap Chicago on his back and drag this team back into the game. We saw it in that second period, down by 4 when it was 5-1. He makes a really nice back check on Peyton Krebs to disrupt the defense or the offensive opportunity scoring chance from Peyton Krebs in the offensive zone. But Connor Bedard was all the way in the offensive zone. He hustles back, makes a nice defensive play. And then on the Alex Vlasic goal, Connor Bedard did not get an assist on it, but it was all him that set it up with that beautiful zone entry. Tyler Bertuzzi gets a shot off, it goes wide, and then eventually it's Renzel, Green, and Alex Vlasic finding the back of the net. But that play does not happen without Connor Bedard setting it up. And then right after, I think it was after the TV timeout, Connor Bedard had a breakaway, and he was denied by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. So Connor's been all over the ice in this game, especially in that second period. He has 5 shot attempts. Only 1 of them have hit the net. 3 of them have been blocked. 1 missed wide. He has a secondary assist. So his 100th career NHL assist, but he's also a +2 in this game. He's him, Bertuzzi, and Ryan Green are +2 in a 6-2 game. That's very rare. We see players as a plus, let alone a +2. But I think that's indicative of how well Connor Bedard has been playing despite this losing effort right now through 40 minutes of play. And he's also been pretty good in the faceoff circle. He's won 6 of 10 for a faceoff win percentage of 60. And is this correct? He has 3 blocked shots. So he's laying his body on the line as well. Hawks have just 11 blocked shots as a team. Connor has 3 of them. So if there is a silver lining to this game, it's that Connor Bedard looks like Connor Bedard in this game. Unfortunately for the Blackhawks in that period, Buffalo ended up scoring 2 goals in an 8-second span, went up 4-1 and then 5-1. That kind of deflated the sails, and then the Hawks were kind of playing catch up the rest of that second period. So they're going to need a little bit of a prayer in this third period, but don't rule this out just yet, because the Hawks are going to be coming out of that third period, or starting the third period, with about 1 minute and 5 power play time. And so if they can capitalize early on, maybe have some sort of miraculous third period comeback, if the Hawks can get one early and start feeling some momentum go their way. One more break, and then we're going to set up that third period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Andy Mazer. We're your home for the Blackhawks, Northwestern football and basketball, the NFL, and Hampton OB. This is AM 720 WGN Chicago.
Tired of losing power when it storms? Call Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric today for a free estimate on a whole home standby generator. Never be without power again. Fully installed systems starting at just $99 a month. How about your sump pump, your fridge, or your freezer, your garage doors, your heating and cooling? You can stay comfortable and safe in your home all year long. Four Seasons is the largest and most award-winning Generac dealer in Illinois and Northwest Indiana.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. I've seen a lot of stat sheets in my career, but when it comes to beer, these numbers jump off the page. Flight by Yingling, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and brewed with crisp, refreshing flavor. That's not just light beer, it's light beer with game, and it's brewed by the oldest brewery in America. Bottom line, if you care about performance and taste, Flight by Yingling brings both. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
Celebrate the holidays at Pederino's Italian Restaurant in the heart of Chicago. The Pasticeria's famous peppermint hot chocolate is back with boozy editions available at their now open sidewalk bar. New Pasticceria holiday hours, Friday and Saturday till 9, Sunday through Thursday till 8. Holiday gift cards are also available. Spend $100 and receive an additional $25 gift card good at any Good Plate Hospitality location. Stop into the Pasticceria for all your holiday baked goods and visit Pederino's.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
It's the final 20. The third period's just ahead. Here's Charlie Roumeliotis with your recap.
Blackhawks and Sabres have hit the ice for the start of the third period. It's been a lopsided first 40 for Chicago in this one, but Alex Vlasic found the back of the net for his second goal of the season, ending a 9-game point drought.
And Renzel at the left point. Spins it back down to the left wing corner to Ryan Green. Green around along the left sideboard to Vlasic, right point. Shoots, he scores! Alex Vlasic with a bomb from the right point. This beats Luukkonen over the left shoulder, and the Blackhawks get one back. It's now 5-2 in favor of the Sabres. And for Alex Vlasic, that's his second goal on the season.
All right, let's get more of those goal calls from John in that third period. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. What is on deck right now is a 65-second power play for the Blackhawks to kick off that third, boys.
Yeah, Charlie, I'd love to give you a goal call, even a couple of them.
We need more Bandito up here.
Yeah, yeah. Easy on that Bandito, buddy. Krista, make sure he's got a ride home, will you? Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you.
Well, the boys have got to do their part, and Charlie talked about it. 66 seconds of power play time with which to work to start this third period. Buffalo very good on the penalty kill, folks. They are the best in the National Hockey League, best on home ice. They've got 3 shorthanded goals, and the guy taking the opening faceoff for the Sabres, Ryan McLeod, has 2 of them. So here we go. Bedard against McLeod to get it started. Hawks need to climb back in with a power play goal right here, and they get it started the right way. Bedard wins the draw back in the Hawks zone to Levshunov. Put the puck over to Teravainen. He'll carry up the left wing to center ice and into the Sabre zone. Drops it left point. Bertuzzi swings the puck across. Here's Bedard, right wing circle. Bertuzzi, left circle. Put it over. Teravainen from the right circle. Shanks a shot over the net. Didn't get all of it. Bedard took the puck back at the left point. Crosses the high slot. Fires. He scores! Connor Bedard with a hard wrist shot from the high slot. This may have been tipped by Tyler Bertuzzi in front of the net, and I think it was. For Bert, that's his second goal on the night. It makes it 6-3 in favor of the Sabres.
And with that goal, it's time to break out the Bandito, celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila. And great job by the power play just to take charge. Want the puck. Connor Bedard moves to the middle of the ice. That great snapshot, wrist shot from the high slot, literally at the blue line, and a nice little redirection by number 59, Tyler Bertuzzi. And who are you banking on? John, that's the guy you picked, and he's got two of the 3 goals tonight. And Tyler Bertuzzi continues his red-hot streak over the last couple of weeks.
Tyler Bertuzzi, that's number 12 on the season. And they took the time off the clock, so I couldn't give you the time on the goal. But it's going to be Bertuzzi from Bedard. And the Hawks are now 1 for 3 on the Citco power play. Actually, excuse me, let me correct myself, 1 for 2. And so the score 6-3 in favor of Buffalo. And Charlie, you wanted a goal? I got your goal right here. 6-3 in favor of Buffalo. Let's see if they can get 3 more. Face off at center ice, won by the Sabres. Bryson takes the puck and swings it down the boards behind the Hawk net, around up the near side to Power, right point. Down to McLeod, back in the net. He'll carry it around to the left wing side. Ryan McLeod turning with the puck at the left point will fire. Blocked in front by Louis Crevier. Loose puck taken back by Jason Zucker, left wing corner. Fed it through to the left circle to McLeod. McLeod along the boards at the left point will fire toward the net again, this time blocked by Vlasic. And the Hawks come back up ice, led by Ilya Mikheyev. Charging through center of the Sabre line, right point. Down to Donato, right circle. Carries behind the net. He was tripped, and no penalty is called. Yeah. Ryan Donato looking for a penalty call from either referee, and they're both turning a deaf ear to him.
Absolutely. He was bumped by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I mean, they literally threw him the forearm shiver, knocked Donato off his skates, and obviously killed the play.
Now back in the Sabre zone. Darlene sends it ahead to Tuck. He's into the Hawk zone down the right wing side, but we get a whistle. And they're going to rule that this pass from Darlene was knocked out of the air with a Sabre high stick. Alex Tuck looking at the officials as if to say, are you kidding me? You actually made that call? Steve, we get another look at that trip on Luukkonen. Yeah.
That's egregious. It was a trip with a stick, and then he put his glove out to kind of grab Ryan Donato as he skated around the net. They showed Jeff Blashill really quickly on the Jumbotron here, and he was in disbelief, just shaking his head. A non-call that obviously could have changed things immensely here for the Blackhawks.
Well, the Hawks now get the puck back inside their zone. Kaiser flips it off the left wing glass to the Sabre blue line. Darlene for Buffalo. Actually, now Samuelson moving it ahead off of Thompson's stick into the Hawk zone. And Sam Renzel will carry behind the Hawk net, chased out by Tage Thompson. Made a pass up the left wing, picked off by Tuck at center ice. Carries into the Hawk zone. Tuck drops it right circle. Thompson with a toe drag and a shot. He scores. Well, for Tage Thompson, off a nice feed from Tuck, he just pulled Arvid Soderblom across the crease, basically, and shot it past him. Sabres get the 4-goal lead back at 7-4.
Yeah, an unforced error by Sam Renzel, the turnover. He's walking up the ice. He's got plenty of time and just forces a pass. And sometimes you just have to, if you don't have an outlet, just get it out. And instead it turns over to the man you don't want to turn it over to, Tage Thompson. They're looking at this as a possible offside, but it looks as if Tage Thompson stretched his legs. He's a big man at 6'6".
Yeah.
Tuck got it in over the blue line. Tuck will get the assist. Tage Thompson now with a goal and an assist on this night. And that's a dagger. The Blackhawks kind of getting back into it, and then an unforced error, and they're 4 goals back again.
So we get back to the play. Inside the Sabre zone, the left wing corner, Mikheyev pokes the puck behind the net to Nazar to Murphy along the right boards. He fires from there. They hit traffic. Grzelcyk from the left wing boards fires one toward the Sabre net. It bounces in behind. Byram carries the puck up the left wing side and passes down the hot blue line. Picked off by Murphy. Head to Nazar over the Sabre line. Drops it to Mikheyev. Top of the right circle. Fires. Blocked. Murphy follows up with a shot from the right point over the net. Around the glass to the left point to Grzelcyk. To Teravainen along the left wing boards. He'll spin it behind the Sabre net. Owen Power grabbing the puck. Missing on a pass up the left wing that goes all the way down. Icing is the call against the Buffalo Sabres.
Well, you certainly don't want to look at excuses, but the Blackhawks did play last night. They got in rather late. Didn't get into the hotel till about 2 o'clock, and they are playing without 2 key players, too. And we'll make that 3 key players. In Andre Burakovsky, Jason Dickinson, and Nick Foligno. And speaking of Nick Foligno, just bumped into his dad, Mike Foligno, literally 5 minutes ago. And Mike Foligno, longtime NHLer, and obviously father to Nick and Marcus Foligno.
Mike Foligno, longtime Buffalo Sabre and Toronto Maple Leaf. He was a tough competitor, boy. Now inside the Sabre zone, Vlasic at the left point. Sends it down behind the net. Donato there. To Levshunov at the line. Long wrist shot was blocked to the near boards. Vlasic's got it in the left wing corner. To Colton Dock back of the net. Dock in the right wing corner. Sends it out to the right point. Levshunov there. Back to Dock, top of the right circle. Snaps one toward the Sabre net, but it deflects wide. And the puck taken back by Tyson Kozak. Shot it to the Hawk blue line. Hawks get it back and then give it back. Ostlund for the Sabres will dump the puck into the Hawk end. Sabres make a line change as the Hawks get the puck back. Here's Sam Lafferty up the left wing to center ice. Scales it down the glass behind the Sabre net to the far corner. Then Lafferty got it back after it was given away by the Sabres. Lafferty now put it to the right wing boards. To Crevier. Here's Crevier at the right point backing up. Down to Lafferty beside the right circle. To Crevier deep slot to Grzelcyk left circle. Firing a shot toward the net. Deflected off the pads of Luukkonen and wide. And the Sabres are back the other way. Jack Quinn with a lead pass off the left wing boards. Jason Zucker, Hawk zone. Carrying behind the net. Fed it up the slot. Picked off by the back checking Sam Lafferty. And Lafferty will drop the puck down to the corner to Crevier. He banks it off the end boards to Grzelcyk. He'll hold on to it as the teams are in line changes. Grzelcyk at the top of the Hawk crease. Passing over to Crevier. Moving up the right wing to center ice. Fires the puck down behind the Sabre net. Luukkonen pokes it in the near corner. Here's a shot now from Mikheyev from point-blank range. Turned out of there by Luukkonen. Nice centering attempt there by Bedard. Sabres back the other way. Bowen Byram down the left wing into the Hawk zone. Had the puck knocked off his stick with a poke check from Rinzel. Mikheyev to Rinzel behind the net. Leaving the puck in the near corner. Hawk zone to Kaiser. Back to Rinzel, far corner. Little handoff to Connor Bedard coming by through center. Then he lost possession of the puck. It's poke checked by Timmins down into the Hawk zone, and the Hawks will regroup and start again. 15 minutes left in the third. 7-3, favor of Buffalo. Bedard into the Sabre zone. Tried to pull the puck back and fire. Was knocked off his stick. Bedard's got the puck back in the left wing circle. Turning away from a check from Greenway. Backhands it behind the net. Around to the right wing boards. Teuvo Teravainen there to Connor Murphy, high slot. Back to Teravainen, top of the right circle now. He made a behind-the-back pass. Nobody there but Peyton Krebs of the Sabres, and the Sabres will get it back and regroup. And Krebs will skate the puck to center ice. To the Hawk blue line where he dumps it down behind the net. He'll go get it himself. And then Grzelcyk runs him off the puck. Murphy got hold of it there. Moving it up the left wing side. Nazar at center ice will lead the charge over the Sabre line. To Landon Slaggert along the left boards. Down to Nazar left corner. Pokes it behind the net into the far sideboards. And Ostlund will stick the puck ahead down ice into the Hawk zone. Kozak gave it a run down in behind the net with a deflection. There to get the puck is Wyatt Kaiser. Kaiser to Murphy along the right boards. The Teravainen center ice to Slaggert, breaking into the Sabre zone and down the slot. He put the puck between the feet of Dahlin and tried to go behind him and get it, but Dahlin closed his feet, took the puck away, and it's cleared into the Hawk zone, but taken back by the Hawks. Levshunov now to Slaggert, dumping the puck to the right wing corner Sabre zone. Quinn takes a check, kept the puck alive, and the other way come the Sabres. Noah Ostlund into the Hawk zone on the right wing side. We get a whistle, and this play is offside. 13:35 remains in the third here in Buffalo. 7-3 in favor of the Sabres. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
When I got sick, I spent years looking for answers. But it only took one conversation with my team at Northwestern Medicine to correct my misdiagnosis. I am Daniel, and I have Parkinson's disease. No other hospital has spoken to me in Spanish before. So, when my new care team did, they didn't just change the conversation, they changed my life.
The Northwestern Medicine Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorders Center offers specialized, culturally sensitive care. Their Spanish-speaking team was the first to provide Daniel and other Spanish speakers like him with answers and innovative treatment in the language he preferred.
When Parkinson's changed my life, so did my Spanish-speaking care team.
At Northwestern Medicine, personalized care means recognizing cultural differences, because what makes us better makes you better. Learn more at nm.org/Parkinson.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, it's Alex Vlasic. Break's over. Back to Blackhawks hockey.
Welcome back to Buffalo. The Buffalo Sabres hold a 7-3 lead over the Chicago Blackhawks. And how about these Buffalo Sabres? They did lose their last game here against Calgary 6-2. But prior to that, they beat the Edmonton Oilers 5-1. They beat the Detroit Red Wings in Detroit 5-4. So by my estimation, that's 7, 5, 12, 17, 19 goals scored over the last 4 games. And yeah, I'm amazed by this team because they're last place in the Eastern Conference, but they've got some talent. And, mention the fact that they're without Zach Benson, a high draft pick, Josh Norris, who they got from the Ottawa Senators last year. Those guys have been on injured reserve for a while now. But this team, I guess goaltending has been a bugaboo for them, but they've got some players who can put the puck in the net.
That trade that you spoke of last year, Dylan Cousins going to the Ottawa Senators, he and Josh Norris exchanging places. It was like they both needed a change of scenery, and they both got one. And both seem to be doing pretty well. Inside the Sabre zone now, down to the end boards. Oliver Moore reaching for a puck. Had it taken away by McLeod. Up the right wing to Zucker, center ice. Then to Byram over the Hawk line. Drops it to Quinn down the slot. Shoots. He scores. Uncontested. Jack Quinn took a pass near the top of the left circle. Just sort of moved into the slot and fired a wrist shot past Arvid Soderblom. And the Sabres are having some fun now. It's 8-3 in favor of Buffalo.
Yeah, Sam Rinzel was playing this, and he wanted his defense partner to take the wide guy. That can't happen. You got to check off. You got to go to that far side, and that far side was Jack Quinn, and he had a wide open look, an easy shot for him. But, there's men back. It's literally a 3-on-3. Bowen Byram dishes, takes care of Rinzel, but when he dishes, you've got to go over to that man. You cannot give Jack Quinn that lane, and Jack Quinn made them pay.
So Quinn from Byram, the goal at 7:07 of period number 3. 8-3 favor the Sabres. This is the highest goals allowed output the Hawks have experienced this season. The previous one was in Winnipeg, a 6-3 loss there. The Sabres attack again. Tage Thompson to the Hawk blue line. Will shovel the puck down behind the Hawk net. Vlasic put it around but not out. And then Doan fires from the right circle. That's blocked. Bedard the other way to center ice. Tried to hand the puck off, picked off by Doan to Thompson into the Hawk zone. Many people thinking he'll play for the U.S. Olympic team. Thompson then lost the puck in behind the Hawk net off of a Vlasic poke check. Sabres get it back, however. Doan in the left circle. Doan then hands it off along the left boards for Dahlin. Connor Bedard took the puck away for the Hawks. Drops it inside the Hawk zone to Ryan Green. To Alex Vlasic, left wing is center ice, and he'll snap it down the glass in behind the Sabre net, around to the right wing corner. Slaggert there will poke it back in behind the net. And Samuelson trying to use his skate to pin it against the dasher behind the net. Puck is scraped out by Dahlin. Moving it up the left wing, big Jordan Greenway, center ice. He'll sling it down the boards in behind the Hawk net. Soderblom out to stop it. Put it around the glass to Lafferty on the left wing side. He'll pass ahead at center ice, Landon Slaggert. The Golden Domer in over the Sabre line to the left wing sideboards. He'll spin it back in behind around the Colton Dock right wing side. Murphy right point to Grzelcyk left point. to Slaggert. High slot. Turns to fire. Blocked by Dahlin, and he'll carry to center ice for the Sabres. And Dahlin dumps the puck to the right wing corner. Hawk zone. Grzelcyk on the receiving end. Over to Murphy. Then a pass up the right wing to Lafferty. To Doc into the Sabre zone right point where he stops and pokes the puck down the boards and in behind the Sabre net. He'll get off on a change.
John, when this game's over, I think Jeff Blashill will be asked why he didn't possibly replace the goaltender Arvid Soderblom. And still, I do not see Spencer Knight on the bench. And after the fifth goal in the second period, we saw Spencer Knight head to the dressing room. Now, whether it was for an equipment change or, possibly not feeling well, but he is not back on the bench. Obviously, Arvid Soderblom still between the pipes. So I would think that Spencer Knight probably not feeling 100%, and that's why they're going to ride out Soderblom between the pipes.
I did see, by the way, Steve, Spencer Knight appear at the bench during the last period. I didn't mention it to you. I just sort of thought, okay.
So you did come back. Okay.
Yeah, he did come back, but I'm not sure if there's room on the bench for him or not. It looks like there is, but, maybe he just feels better being down the tunnel.
It could be.
Back inside the Sabre zone. Connor Timmins with the puck in the circle to the right of Luukkonen. Sends it over to Bowen Byram. Shot it ahead through center and down ice into the Hawk zone. A hustling play by Wyatt Kaiser to get to the puck in front of Ostlund. He'll move it around up the right wing at center ice. Nazar over the Sabre line to Mikheyev. He'll fire from the high slot, and this caught the glass and the protective netting. And out of play it goes. 10:09 left in the third. 8-3 Buffalo. We should mention that there are a number of Chicago Blackhawk fans in this building tonight. They're not very happy right now, Steve, but if you look around, you're seeing an awful lot of red in this crowd.
A lot of red jerseys. You mentioned a bunch of minor league hockey kids, youth hockey organizations staying at the hotel and in the Buffalo area for this weekend. So there's probably some kind of a tournament going on.
I think it was a Pee-wee AAA, not Pee-wee.
Bantam?
Squirt AAA.
Okay. Yeah.
Squirt AAA.
Well, you know what? I saw the lime green. I think that's Chicago Mission, possibly. Watch this.
Here's a shot from the left point by Grzelcyk, and it's stopped by Luukkonen as he does the splits in the crease, and then pins the puck to the paint of the crease, and then hands it to the linesman. Face-off will be in the circle to his right.
It's amazing. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, who has had kind of his struggles this year, has not struggled against the Blackhawks in his career. 4-0 all-time against these Chicago Blackhawks, and he's allowed 3 goals on 18 shots, but he's been pretty solid for Buffalo in this hockey game.
Face-off between Thompson of the Sabres and Ryan Donato of the Hawks. Face-off circle to the right of Luukkonen. Donato wins it. Grzelcyk from the left point fires. That goes over the net. Crevier fires from the right wing boards, and that's stopped by Luukkonen with the stick next to the net. He'll pin it and hold on, and a whistle will stop play. Down to 9:57 left in the third here in Buffalo. It's 8-3 Sabres. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, it's Alex Vlasic. You're listening to WGN Radio, the only place for Blackhawks hockey.
Comparing health insurance plans is never easy. That's why I work for Get Covered Illinois.
We are the state's official health insurance marketplace.
We have a website to compare multiple plans and prices in one place, and people who can help you for free. Community-based navigators and brokers, certified by the state.
And we have live customer service.
At getcoveredillinois.gov, we're here to help.
Give people a place to gather and make fire the focal point of your home again. With a majestic fireplace or insert, you'll enjoy the warmth and ambiance of fire with contemporary style and the latest technology. Whether you're looking for wood, electric, or gas, indoors or out, Majestic offers a broad range of sizes and styles. Visit their showroom on Bowes Road in Elgin or call for a free estimate. 847-741-5903. 847-741-5903. House of Fireplaces, giving you a warm feeling since 1953.
Chicago, the baseball season may be over, but that doesn't mean you missed your last chance to visit Wrigley Field. Your Northwestern Wildcats return to the friendly confines for the final iteration of the Wrigley Field Series, facing off against Minnesota this Saturday. Get your tickets today by visiting Cubs.com/football. Check out the coolest experience in Big Ten football as the most iconic ballpark gets transformed into a pantheon of college football for the final time. Cubs.com/football. Secure your seat today.
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time.
Welcome back to Buffalo. They hold an 8-3 lead over the Chicago Blackhawks. And believe it or not, Buffalo's put up an 8 spot one time earlier this year. It was October 15th against the Ottawa Senators. 8-4 the final score in that one.
You seem to have no trouble filling the net. We get an offside call. Actually, they're going to bring this draw back into the Sabres zone as the pass originated from the Buffalo end, offside at the Hawk blue line. Faceoff comes down in the circle to the right of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Try saying that 3 times real fast.
I kind of like saying that. It's just, it's got a little rhythm to it.
Yeah. Somebody could make a song out of it, that name somewhere, right?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Well, Donato, who won the last draw from Thompson decisively, he'll step in and try his luck now against Ryan McLeod. And they tried to get the wave going here in Buffalo, and they are successful. It's going. We haven't participated yet. Not sure how you feel about the wave, Steve, but
the wave was so 90s, was it not?
I think it goes back.
Oh, yeah, it does. It does. It goes back.
The 70s, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. All right. Now back at the Hawk blue line, Louis Crevier. Shot a pass ahead for Donato, picked off by the Sabres, Jason Zucker. He's into the Hawk zone at the left point. Spins it down to the left wing corner. McLeod will send the puck behind the net around up the near side. Samuelsson drops it back in behind, and Ryan Donato gathering it in. Moving out, passing it ahead now. Crevier center ice. Long dump in, hits the glass behind the Sabre net. Donato to the puck in the left wing corner. Tried to sweep it behind McLeod and go get it, but he could not. And then Samuelsson took it away. Over to Dahlin along the left boards. He'll outlet the center ice to Josh Doan. Josh Doan with 2 goals here tonight. Has no career hat tricks. His dad Shane had 2, and one of them was against the Blackhawks. Here now Colton Dock into the Sabres zone, left wing side to Sam Lafferty. Cuts in behind the net. Had the puck knocked off his stick by Samuelsson. Puck ends up along the far boards to Thompson. They'll fire it across the rink, and Matthias Samuelsson with it along the right boards, hit by Dock as he unloads the puck to center ice. And Tage Thompson will wheel back into the Buffalo zone with it. And Deeks past Bertuzzi, then carries left wing to center ice, then coughed up the puck at the Hawk line. Good check there by Dock. Pokes the puck ahead, Bertuzzi over the Sabre line, down the right wing. Cuts in behind the net. Wraparound try was stopped by Luukkonen. Bertuzzi got it back, flips it up the slot. Bedard's got the puck in the left wing corner now. Centers it for Green. His stick was all tied up, and the Sabres are back the other way, led by Tyson Kozak. Kozak down the right wing side into the Hawk zone. Tried to shake the check of Connor Murphy and could not. Murphy put him into the corner boards. Puck rides to the right point to Timmins. He got it over to Byram. A long shot from the top of the left circle is into the glove of Arvid Soderblom. Whistle stops play.
Not a bad stop by Arvid there. And you look at this Buffalo Sabres team. I mentioned the last 8 games, Jason Zucker has not been part of the lineup. And tonight he comes back. Didn't know how he'd perform in his first game back because he literally spent 10 days in a bed without moving. He had some type of a flu bug. He skated the last couple of days, and tonight a goal and 2 assists on his return to the Buffalo Sabres lineup. So Jason Zucker, it's a great story. He grew up in California, spent some time in Vegas as a kid, and finds himself in the NHL.
Seemed to have a great deal of success against the Blackhawks in his career. First time I saw him play against the Hawks, he was with the Minnesota Wild.
That's right.
Really had a nose for the net. Puck shot up into the protective netting unintentionally from the far side. Net by Oslin. So whistle stops play. We'll get a face-off in the circle to Soderblom's right. Now, I understand there's a flu bug going around, Steve. Did you get your flu shot? I know I got mine.
I did not. No, I don't do flu shots.
Okay.
I figure that if you get it, you're probably not going to get it again. So maybe I'm playing with a loaded gun there, but that's kind of my thought.
That's all right. It's not a bad idea. You get the immunity one way or another.
Build up the antibodies. Yeah,
that's right. Your immune system can always use a boost. Byram at the Buffalo line on the left wing. Skates ahead to center ice, front of the benches. Dumps the puck diagonally, right wing corner, Hawk zone. Vlasic absorbs ahead and passes up the middle of the ice. Nazar to center ice to Teravainen on the right wing side, and he'll backhand the puck off the inboards in the Buffalo zone. Owen Power to the puck. To Jordan Greenway, left wing side, Buffalo zone. Shot it across the rink into the right wing corner, Hawk zone, where Beck Mallenstein and Wyatt Kaiser vie for the puck. And an effective play by Kaiser, getting body position on Mallenstein so that the Hawks can get the puck. The aforementioned Kaiser to center ice on the right wing. Absorbs a check and dumps the puck down in behind the Sabre net. And Luukkonen plays it into the near corner to Owen Power. Passing up the left wing, Quinn in over the Hawk line from the circle. Fires, and a kneeling butterfly save made by Soderblom, who then gloves the loose puck at the top of the crease and holds it. We get a whistle and a face-off in the circle to his right.
Yeah, the other guy who's been impressive in this hockey game has been Jack Quinn, and he's got a goal in this third period. Just a real smooth skater. He shoots in stride, and it's a tough save for Soderblom because not only did he make the first stop, but he had to make a second stop off the stick of Quinn. Jack Quinn, another high draft pick of these Buffalo Sabres. They've got a number of them. I'm going to say there's probably 9 different first-round picks in this lineup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have methodically tried to build. I know it's painstaking at times, and I'm sure general managers, some of them pull their hair out saying, well, why isn't my plan working? And eventually, it looks like it does in most occasions. We get an icing call against Buffalo.
You're right. Kevin Adams, the general manager here, and he has been under a lot of heat, with, obviously some of the trades. You mentioned the Jack Eichel trade. Jack Eichel goes on to win a Stanley Cup. That's happened a number of times with his trades where they've gone on to bigger and better things after leaving Buffalo. And the thought was, well, you know what? Don't trade a guy when he's 24, 25 years of age because they're just coming into their own. Yeah. So I think he's going to sit on these guys for a while. I mean, they do have a little bit of an issue on the back end, though, with Power, Bowen Byram, and Power. Make that Dahlin. Yeah, just very similar defenseman. I think you need a bruiser back there. You need a big, heavy guy who's going to make you pay the price.
Well, Kevin Adams, of course, the former Chicago Blackhawk during the 2007-08 season, along with his sidekick Craig Adams, both came over from the Carolina Hurricanes. And Kevin Adams, just a good guy. He's a Buffalo guy as well. So I hope that in his interest, he can get things turned around for himself and weather this storm. Down the left wing into the Hawk zone. Here's a shot from Jacob Bryson that hit the far post and ricochets out to center ice. Dahlin back into the Hawk zone to Tuck down the right wing side. A Syracuse, New York native from just up the road. Flips the puck in behind the Hawk net. Levshinoff lost it. And taken back by Dahlin left point. And then Slaggert with a hustling play slaps the puck off of Dahlin's stick down into the Buffalo zone.
Yeah, good second effort there by Landon Slaggert. He never really had control of the puck. He lost control for a second, but that second effort got him to get the puck out of harm's way.
Colton Dock at center ice on the left wing. Drags the puck into the Sabre zone. Picked off, though, by the Sabres. Back the other way. Isaac Rosen into the Hawk zone. He's met by a host of Hawks and coughed up the puck. And Slaggert will spin it off the inboards to Grzelcyk back of the net. The big Louis Crevier along the right boards. Crevier with a lead pass for Lafferty's Sabre line. He was met there by Samuelson. Puck taken back by the Sabres as the play is broken up. And Noah Ostlund into the Hawk zone along the right boards. He is pushed off of the puck. Hawks get it back. Nazar breaks to center ice. Deeks in over the Sabre line. Drops it to Ilya Mikheyev, right wing circle, then to the boards. To Murphy, right point. Sends it left point, Vlasic. To Mikheyev through the high slot. Fires a shot. Blocked by Timmins. Timmins is a leading shot blocker for the Sabres. Murphy, right point. Mikheyev, deep slot to Vlasic, left point. Fires a shot, and that hit one of the Hawks, Teravainen, standing up in front of the net. He's got a bit of an alley going there.
Yeah, he's slow getting up. He should be okay.
And near the right point, the puck could not be held in by Mikheyev. He has to back up to center ice. Gives it to Vlasic. Over the Sabre line, down the left wing. Shoves it in front of the net. Goes all the way through to the far boards. Sabres get the puck back. Melenstein clearing it ahead. Greenway over the Hawk line. Down the left wing. Cuts across the slot. Tried to feed it back over. Deflects now to Krebs. He fires from the left wing side. That's wide of the net. Power from the right circle, Hawk zone. University of Michigan product. Holding on. Passing into the deep slot for Greenway. He fires a skipping shot in on goal. Turned away. Rebound. They score. Jacob Bryson. All the way in from his defense position in front of the Hawk net. Collected a rebound. He deked Soderblom down and slipped it in behind him. It's now 9-3 Buffalo with 3:38 left in the game.
Yeah, John, it was Bryson who about 3 minutes ago rang one off the post. You mentioned it came all the way out over the blue line, and this time he just takes it to the hoop himself. There was a massive confusion, a mass of bodies in front of Arvid Soderblom, and it was Bryson who came up with a loose puck and just pulled away from the pack. Oliver Moore a little late getting there. And both defensemen, they had a guy, but it wasn't the defenseman, and it was the defenseman Bryson who jumps in and makes it a 9-3 game for Buffalo.
Jacob Bryson, a Providence College product, scoring his first goal on the season. And the Sabres have scored 3 goals in each period, leading 9-3. The crowd chanting, "We want 10, we want 10." The Hawks need to make sure that doesn't happen. Restore a little pride to this team. Kaiser through center ice over the Sabre line on the left wing with a puck to Donato. He'll drop it down in behind the Sabre net. Power took it there for Buffalo. Passing up the left wing Greenway at the Sabre line. Scoots the puck to center ice. Taken back by the Hawks. Donato to Doc into the Sabre zone. Firing from the left circle off the glove of Luukkonen. And then a follow-up shot for the right boards by Green is gobbled up by Luukkonen in the Sabre crease. He'll hold for the whistle. 2:52 left in the game. 9-3 in favor of the Sabres here in Buffalo. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, hockey fans. It's Chris Chelios. What are you sipping tonight? El Bandito Yankee is a new ultra-premium tequila that is 100% pure and natural with no additives. Just 100% blue agave. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is the most flavorful blue Weber agave in the world. Now available at Benny's, Mariano's, Jewel, and Woodman's. Go to elbanditoyankee.com to learn more about what makes us so damn good.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Who needs an alarm when you have Bob Surratt weekday mornings at 6 on 720? Now back to the game.
Welcome back to Buffalo. They hold a 9-3 lead over the Chicago Blackhawks. Just 2:52 to go here in the third period. And no rest for the weary. The Blackhawks will get on a plane after this game, head back to Chicago, and they will host the Colorado Avalanche on Sunday night, the best team in the NHL. Just 1 regulation loss in their first 21 games.
They're going to need a better effort here than they did here tonight, are the Hawks. You want to talk about firepower, I don't have to tell you, Steve. Colorado's got an abundance of it. Well, inside the Sabre zone, Quinn pulls the puck free to McLeod. He then lost it along the boards as Bedard kicks the puck down to the corner. And then Samuelson took it back, waves the puck behind the net to Dahlin, clears to center ice. Bertuzzi's back into the Sabre zone. Saucer pass down the right wing side to Bedard, firing a shot from the right circle that misses the net, hits the glass, and ricochets into the netting. So we're down to 2:14 left in the game. And the faceoff will stay in the Sabre zone in the circle to the left of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, who's only faced 23 Hawk shots here tonight.
Yeah, and that's been an issue, obviously, the whole game. The Blackhawks didn't have it. And, we're not going to make any excuses for them. This Buffalo Sabre team probably not as bad as their record indicates.
Renzel firing for the right point. Blocker save made by Luukkonen. The puck cleared down ice into the Hawk zone. That by Isaac Rosen. There's Murphy passing on the left wing side at center ice now to Kaiser. He'll dump the puck in behind the Sabre net. Luukkonen out to play it around up the left wing glass and out to center ice, and Landon Slaggert back to take it there. Just snaps it down the left boards in behind the Sabre net. Luukkonen again stops the puck for Byram. To the near corner, Timmins. Then up the right wing side now to Rosen. He'll go across the rink with a pass. It ends up at the Hawk blue line. Murphy there for the Hawks. To Lafferty to Doc over the Sabre line down the right wing. He turned to make a back pass and fell down and lost the puck. Byram the other way into the Hawk zone left point. Spins it down behind the net. Oliver Moore there to get the puck over to Crevier in the corner. He and Mallenstein now battle for the puck. Comes free to Oliver Moore. He'll shovel it up the right side. Louis Crevier there. Put it to the Hawk line. Donato, who shot the puck ahead now for Mikheyev, but that's off his skate and into the Sabres zone. Sabres get it back. Mallenstein, right wing at center ice. He turns the puck over to the Hawks. Mikheyev back into the Sabres zone with under a minute left in the game. Mikheyev down to the end boards. Lost the puck behind the Sabre net. Moore trying to fish it out and did. The Crevier right point. Snaps one in from the right point, and then the glove save made by Luukkonen. I was hoping that Louis Crevier would take a moment, if he could, pull it back and just hammer the puck. Who cares, right?
Yeah, the heaviest shot on this hockey team. And I like the way that head coach Jeff Blashill talks about his progression, just in confidence. And he said, listen, big guys, and he's a big guy at 6'8", 230 pounds. Big guys take a little longer to develop. And Louis Crevier, and you pointed it out, the 7th-round draft pick, really coming into his own this year. And team showing a lot of confidence in him, the teammates showing a lot of confidence in him. And he has paid dividends for this hockey team.
So the draw won by the Sabres. And Dahlin lifts it down to the Hawk blue line. McLeod's into the Hawk zone. To Quinn, right wing corner. Fed it in front of the net. Grzelcyk picks it off. He'll carry back in behind the Hawk net. Chased out up the far side. Then goes up the left wing with a pass to Lafferty into the Sabre zone to Teravainen down to the half boards. Leaving it there for Lafferty. He had it knocked off his stick by Dahlin out to center ice. Zucker will now move it ahead. 18 seconds left in the game. McLeod into the Hawk zone. To Quinn in the left wing corner with 12. Pushed off the puck along the boards. Got it back. Bottom of the left circle. Cuts in front. Looking for 10. Lost the puck. Crevier will take it away with 4. Behind the net and up the far side with a pass. And time runs off the clock mercifully for the Blackhawks. Their worst loss of the season by far. A 6-goal deficit here in Buffalo. Nobody expected that coming into this game, Steve. 9-3, they lose to the Sabres.
No, it was a flat performance from beginning to end for the Chicago Blackhawks. And, you know, after a tough loss last night at home, and really just the third period that they collapsed. They were up 2-0 until that third period. They have now given up 12 goals in their last 4 periods. That's not going to